Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they side kick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni, Sweet Man Glenn and Sharma, came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through it too far. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire. Now. Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And a bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury, streams turn into rivers, then into seas. It's why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your age, go now. Please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral. They let the good doctor stab to death. Used to court him, once support him, no road to point for him. But once in power, they quickly forget. They love confrontation, so no mediation. The case by the Privy Council, but the warriors they settle. You see, you could make a fortune filling up a lagoon. The environment is boost out its people too. Is why I want them go. With them old lies they peddling now. It's only PR they selling. They wouldn't tell me the whole truth. The man just wanted a root. Before they carve out a mountain. Before the cost we start counting like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And I beg it go now. Always get the contract. Who profit from the kickback? Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I sing it go now. Tell Munila and Surush. It's best they seek refuge go now. They tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on the knees. And I beg it go now. We and I did one week. Prophesy to the country. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I sing it go now. This is my humble petition. And if it ain't for election, go now.
Bless my brother. Good afternoon, folks. Igwe.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you.
Independent Talk for Sunday 11th February, you know that, Git?
Yeah.
2024. And what's the caption to the Git?
NDC suspended the Constitution.
Has NDC suspended the Constitution secretly?
Yeah, secretly.
And will tell you why. By certain actions which the Constitution requires to happen. And it's not happening. Procurement, lies about giving minister opposition $10,000, the recent confirmation of police high rank by Public Service Commission and the ad hoc and the manner it was done not consistent to what the Constitution requires. So when we ask the question, Devon, we're going to get into it. Grenada still remain my constituency. Real FM is my parliament. And today, Devon, myself, and Igwe are the people's spokesperson. We are continuing to be blessed and protected by the Ancient of Days. All we ask today is to allow us, Devon, asking the people to allow us to lead their minds as how the disciples was led in the Garden of Gethsemane with facts. Our purpose here is simply to give you the facts and you could fact check us. What you do with the facts is a matter entirely for you. We're here as an advocate. An advocate is somebody who begs on behalf of other people. So we're here to beg on behalf of the weak, the meek, the humble, the poor and the marginalized. Because they don't like this word poor and marginalized. So after all this big fete and drones, the poor still remain poor. Cost of living still up and up. Government minister's salary still up and up. Yes, Mary, good day. We want to advocate for justice and fairness and the truth, even when it does not affect us personally. We're here to make those who are comfortable, Devon, with the action of this government very uncomfortable with information. And to those who are uncomfortable, we'll make them very comfortable with facts and information. Where shame is absent, Devon, anything could happen. Like them fellas in prison, shamelessly telling the nation that they give opposition MPs $10,000 when they know that is not true. Yeah. Only where shame is absent that could happen. Yes. The question is, has this administration suspended the Constitution secretly? So I'll read the piece first, Devon, and then we'll get into the meat of the discussion. Dress to oppress. The topic of the piece today is dress equal to oppress. The Prime Minister's choice of dress during the independence celebration has sparked much debate, forcing the NDC best to conjure all kinds of justification for his Indo-Afro wear and Gucci slippers. One of his ministers commented that his suit and tie are colonial hand-me-down and that the PM new look is a signal of true independence. As far as I am concerned, the honorable gentleman could wear a dress for I don't care. I am not interested in his clothing. My concern is the statement I believe he is trying to make, portraying a kind of I can do what I like, influenced by, and is that phenomenon that says I don't care what you think or say. I am in charge. Screw you. I know how to use power. So the extravagant spending without explanation and his treatment of the opposition through the 50th anniversary celebration speaks volumes about the Prime Minister, how he thinks and how he values people in his dealings. His less than great speech on February 7th left much to be desired. A string of words awkwardly bouncing together, connoting a kind of incoherence never heard before in similar settings. He heaped mucho praises on his visitors and referred to Dr. Kit Mitchell as the self-proclaimed father of the Houses of Parliament. Of all the titles he could use, he could have used mathematician, He could have used PhD doctorate. He could have used longest serving prime minister. He chose to use one painted with mockery. So forget the dress and focus on his words and deeds, particular his response to the poor, indigent, vulnerable, and those who he considered outside his socio-economic status. A clear conclusion can be drawn that he is fully seasoned with the dose of Dubai and what it brings to the bigger than life attitude. If you ask me, the Honorable Deacon was dressed to oppress, making sure that all and sundry came to the stadium to witness the glorious $3 million worth of fireworks and drone display. Having no regard for the needs of the poor, cutting off the rare opportunity to make an extra dollar, he couldn't care less that ordinary persons all around the country would lose money having prepared to sell their goods on Independence Day. That when they revoke the permission for amplified music. The elusive chief cook and bottle washer, Orlando Roman, had the impudence to appear in public to say that the instruction to stop all amplified music around the island was to bully citizens and visitors alike to attend the rally in the stadium. He blamed the police for the message that they shared. This is such a paradox that during our independence celebration, our rights and privilege are snatched from us. Heavy manners. Remember that in the Revo, Devon?
Heavy manners.
I wish Uncle Don Mackenzie could search and find the balls to stand his ground and clear the air that the instructions to revoke permissions to play amplified music came from the slippers dragging, shirts wearing oppressor. But I won't hold my breath. The misrepresentation continues. Attention, members of the opposition, the $10,000 might just be a trap. Approach with caution, because when you would ask questions in Parliament about the spending of the money, they will say you get $10,000. The people watching. That was my piece I tried to put together, Devon, because at the end of the day, we have to encapsulate what is going on. So he dressed to oppress, and you realize I didn't spend much time on the dress.
No, it don't make sense.
The Prime Minister spoke from 74 to 83.
Yes.
And then they erased the rest of the history till now.
Correct.
Yes, Devon, let me hear you.
Blessed evening to all our listeners and viewers. And I must apologize for my absence for the last couple of weeks. It was beyond my control. And so, but I'm here. Independent Talk with Master Carl and Igwe. And happy independence to Grenada. And it's amazing what we have seen in the last couple of weeks when it comes to the mishandling of things to our constitution, the tampering of our flag, and all these sort of things. I mean, it was a period, no holds barred. When you have this NDC administration decide to do it differently, right? From our Prime Minister come down, it was done differently. And we are here to expose most of the gimmicks that was going on during that period leading up to the 7th of February. We are glad that as a nation, 50 years independence, it's a proud moment for all of us as Grenadians. All of us. And we adhere, to what is going on. But in my view, it was a shame to see how those who were left in charge of the celebration and of the country at this point in time disappointed the people in so many ways. So many ways. And we must be frank about it. We must be honest. Right? When something went wrong, it went wrong. When something went good, it good. And I must commend them on the 7th, on the February the 7th, for a spectacular display of colors and everything like that, the drones and so. You must give them that. They did. Right? The wow. But when the carnival over, that is what Grenadians are worried about.
Cost of living still up.
Yes. The men on the road.
Food price still up.
Yes, people on the road still not getting their salaries.
The road mechanics, the fellas them are fixing the road. They don't get in the pay.
Teachers
and all they have plenty money.
Yeah, teachers in TAMCC still not getting
what is
and
rightfully theirs.
What is rightfully theirs. Police officers, right? The faith workers, they have not got theirs. But we have decided to spend millions of dollars to foreigners. Give it to them, right? For one day of celebration. When the carnival over. And as we go on with this program, I will highlight a number of things that I saw on the day that I personally felt embarrassed. I don't know about the nation, but I felt embarrassed about looking at it as a Grenadian. When I see our police officers and persons wearing pom-poms on the head
that why ask
in
about
parade.
Why I think ask about the constitution? I have to talk about that.
Yes, they are wearing pom-poms on the head.
They call the plumes.
Yeah, in an official.
The police plumes.
An official, ceremony.
Like a papi show.
Like a papi show. With the yellow on top and everything like that. Pom-poms, imagine that. I know pom-pom is for the cheerleaders and so to freak all about the place and whatever. I felt embarrassed about it.
Everybody.
And the police officers, I know you can't say it, but I will speak for you. You felt embarrassed. Right? You are embarrassed with that dress.
They only give them the pins on dress rehearsal.
Imagine that. Understand? These are the things that I felt bad about for our people. Right? When our Prime Minister on display with that sort of footwear, some say it's slippers, some say it's whatever it is, but it costs them money. Official ceremony, our 50th anniversary, and look at the way that our Prime Minister has dressed. Look at the sash. They continue to play politics with the colors of our flag. Since our independence, I know it is red, green, and gold.
No other color.
No other way, no other color. But instead what they do, they keep reversing the colors. Right? As we go on. Look at it on the lampposts. Look at it on the cloths that they have. Yellow, or red, yellow, and green. They turn it upside down. Right? And they figure people, and that's a deliberate something. They deliberately do it to put the green right below and the yellow on top for whatever reason. God knows. You understand? It's a mess. When you see them painting, my God, we know it from since 74. Red, green, no other thing. But then again,
you forgot any small matter there. When the guy was in St. Lucia and he said some guys had power and they didn't know how to use it. So he has power. And he knows how to use it. Guess you could tell the people and they could call in any time today.
Okay. I was leaving out earlier.
No, man.
The pom-pom I'm mad about.
The plumes.
Yes, I am mad about that.
Is it constitutional for the plumes?
But as school child say, everybody look feminine.
I don't go down that road.
But before I forgot. I want to congratulate the committee in Grand Bras in particular, who had that celebration leading up to the 7th of February and on the day itself, where they had the community coming together, right, and celebrate. And so, right, kudos to the organizers and everyone who supported. You had persons from the diaspora coming in and giving their support, and so in whatever way they can, You understand? They contributed. Persons within the area contributed, and it was a well-deserved, well-organized function. Kudos to the organizers and to all who support. Take a bow. It's your time. You know?
So let me deal with this small matter of the $10,000.
Yes.
Because Mr. Romain,
He lied. First of all, he lied.
all I must check all the facts.
He lied.
Now the intention maybe was to give the money. But speaking to one of them, because you see the mouth boss, a lot of them eating Okrona. They say, Master Carl, if we give them MPs opposition money, they'll make the place look good and claim for it. So when we don't give them money, they can't seize them.
Exactly.
That's first thing. Secondly, questions will be asked about the spending of the $22.5 million. So the intention now is to say, well, I'll get 10,000 in it. And it's 5 of them, so they will say, I'll get 50,000.
50,000 out of 22.5.
So be aware, when questions start to ask, that will come up.
Must come up.
But why lie?
Yeah, why?
Why say something, Mr. Roman, that you know is not truthful? Why? Why misinform the people? Because you see, the problem the Congress has, people stop believe them because too much things they say, when you check it, is not true.
Yeah. And they are necessary.
And you don't have to check it. You just have to ask IMP if you get the money.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to no Harvard or UTT
One
or
phone,
Oxford.
one phone call.
Yeah, you just ask somebody.
You just have to say you get it, and that'll happen. Well, as Devon brought it up, the plumes, the pom-pom.
It's a creative. But just before we go to the pom-pom, you know, Mr. Romain, right? Orlando Romain. I mean, it was unnecessary for you to basically lie when the question was asked about the $10,000. First of all, you said, right, that every MP was given $10,000, right? But the question was asked a second time, a few minutes later, and you gave another answer. The answer being, well, every MP had access to the $10,000. Whether or not they used it is another story. Which is it, Mr. Romain? Which is it? Did the government or the committee give the MPs $10,000 to utilize, or they did not get it? Make up your mind,
You know they don't
boss.
get it. The intention maybe was there to give them.
Yeah.
So we going on to the plumes.
You're going on to the plumes now.
So now, Devon, anytime Carl Keaton come here and say anything here, I receipt for it.
Of course, you have to.
So on review of the Police Act, because I was a police,
And a good one at that too.
and not a piece in the tail one, I could go and ask about Carl Keaton. On a review of the Police, according to the Act, the plumes had to be gazetted.
Exactly.
But we don't see that in the Gazette. So I'll go back to the Gazette. So that why I ask about the Constitution of them. And I don't come here and just asking about the Constitution because I know the wording. So the plumes had to be gazetted. The police uniform for working and ceremonial duties are clearly written. Any addition, whether or temporary, ought to be gazetted. That means any change or addition.
Yes.
But then the Prime Minister, when you tell them how to go and see them at the business, so you don't know.
So, yes, so.
And then maybe Whelan and them don't know too. And maybe John Charles and them don't know too. And maybe Jesman Prince and them don't know too. And maybe Dan Mackenzie don't know too.
Well, of course.
And maybe Vanny Cohen don't know too. Vanny, I hear they don't confirm you. And maybe Connor don't know too.
You want to take it?
Yeah, let me take the call.
Hello?
Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Socketon.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good.
Anyway, the plume was not good, and the dressing of the Prime Minister was not good. Waste of time.
The plum.
Yeah, this thing on the head was not a good. No good.
Pom pom.
Yeah, pom, children thing.
Yes.
Plum,
And the dressing
plum.
was not good.
Cheer-
Waste of time.
Cheerleaders business.
Okay, Sock. Ketan, I love you, and that's it.
Okay.
You don't know who's speaking for you. Are you going to know one day?
All right, okay.
No good, no good. Bye-bye.
Yes, Iggy. So, Iggy, we have receipts for the thing.
Yes, we have it. We have
So, the ordinance say it could happen.
it could happen.
But he has certain preambles. And the preambles now, we must know. Because you don't have to hide the gazette. But we don't see that in the gazette.
And when these things are gazetted, it comes up.
So the constitution, because the police is created by statute. It's not a make-believe thing on your friends and your family.
That's a creature of the constitution.
You have certain things, they are creature of statute.
They must follow.
So that's why actually the constitution is being suspended secretly.
Secretly.
Yeah, let me take the call.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon to gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Clifford!
How are you? I happen to wish to call early today, and the main reason is that I'm highly disappointed with part of the statement made by Mr. Orlando Romain. And I think the opposition have to get to the bottom of that. I think we want some clarification. I was disappointed with Mr. Romain, and I got it in the news where Mr. Romain was trying to fix what was done wrong by blaming it on the person that wrote the agreement, the memo.
He damn right.
Yeah, he says the police.
He damn right.
Throw them under the bus.
Because they don't go in balls to defend themselves. He damn right.
I thought that's and you know, if the committee is charged with the preparation of and implementation of the independence, you can't want to take the blame and throw it and talking about it could have been written differently. The fact really is that you gave them the guaranteed assurance that no amplified music should be played.
And if they will give back the people any money, they pay for it.
Yeah, and then you're telling the people is to encourage people to go to the celebrations in the park. Now the same celebration was going on before when you was encouraging people to go to Cameron Park and play music.
Exactly.
You understand? So what changed the law now?
Watch.
And in the first case, you cannot compel people to go to the park.
Yeah.
People
Mr.
have
Livingston
their own
Nelson.
free will to go where they want to go.
Mr. Livingston Nelson, right? He was one that was on radio too, agreeing. Well, I don't expect him not to agree because as head of the cultural foundation or whatever, agreeing and making excuses for what went on, for barring the people from not playing, amplifying music and so. And he, Mr. Nelson,
Remind me of the placards.
could you remember, sir, about the placards and everything during COVID time? Could you remember how many people died after those stupid actions that you and your colleagues took? Advocated?
I really think that, I mean, we're stretching this thing too far now. We have to learn to keep within the bounds. And the Prime Minister, I will give him some of the blame too. The Prime Minister have a right to look over.
Well, the
and you
box
can't
stuck
wait.
with him.
You can't wait until the evening to come and tell people.
He's the Minister of
that
National Security.
Come on. You
But
have
he was deliberate, Cliff.
yeah, this is not, and you can't do that to people.
Because according to
was
Mr.
highly
Pierre, they
disappointed
panic.
that- Yeah, I thought that was a notorious lie to make. And you I mean, how you could do a thing like that?
You know, what really happened to them, you see, there's some mischief, Clifford. They was running a narrative that people go boycott. So because they get afraid of their own narrative, they say, you see that thing, we don't take chance. Eh?
And the trouble is the police, you blaming, I mean, you treat onto the hands of the police.
They might put all of them there, so they damn right.
For the police. And talking about the wording. The wording could have been more better and everything like that.
I kind of pan, they do them before they do you.
Yeah.
And we have to understand that in celebration.
Throw them under the bus.
You have to take out the frontline politics from the thing, man. They have, I mean, Mr. Woman, I met him once in person, but I'm disappointed in him. And I think I'm highly disappointed. And I think the Prime Minister should remedy it. And the opposition should not let it pass the Parliament.
Clifford.
Should make sure that they speak about it in the Parliament.
Clifford.
Yep.
the head of the police force was in a convention in Magdalena College in civilian clothing. The ACP that he wanted to confirm. You wanted to confirm it. So I hear he get vexed because he get in news a couple days before. So I hear he wear a particular color clothes.
He don't go in the uniform.
He wear a particular color clothes. But we don't want you to wear that color clothes.
We don't want you.
But he was on holiday.
No, he don't on holiday. The particular color clothes he wear in the park.
Yes.
The color they don't like. He playing smart. You want to wear that color. We don't want you wear that color, son.
No, don't wait.
I did say it before, but I must give them credit for that. The government for the
yes.
celebration.
No, it was.
It was.
It was wow.
It was wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was wow.
But I'm saying that you don't have to politicize this thing, Mr. Roman.
And
you have.
I don't think the NDC should accept that apology. That kind of statement from you.
And you have to give Mr. Romain, right, Mr. Orlando Romain, kudos to.
Yeah, for putting the things together.
Yes,
the
creative guy.
Nah, he
definitely did a good job.
You on your pace.
You're on your pace, sir, but you didn't need to lie at the end. You didn't need to lie.
Damn lie.
Y'all want to know a secret?
He's a feeler.
Y'all want to know a secret?
Tell me.
It's my blood.
Personally,
I look out on the same tree.
On the same tree.
Personally,
on the same tree, but that's all good.
Let me end that. Personally, I feel that the government have reached a long way enough to stop this hand-picking political thing. Time to stop it now and settle down as a party, as a government, and not run the country as a party.
But how it was settled down and they keep on lying?
Well, I think it's time for them to stop.
But you can't stop lying, okay? If you're trying to cover a lie with a lie, how you stop?
But you could close up a little bit on it.
Yeah.
If you used to lie 20 times, if you used to lie 20 times for the day, you could bring it to 5.
All right, Cliff, you come first. You know?
Yeah.
So,
have a good black man, all you look for that. Why on earth black man always want that kickstart? Black man, all you look for that.
Yeah.
You just have a clip there too where you saying they lie, they damn lie. I want you to play that anyway. But listen again. So because we sticking to the thing. The pom could happen, but you have to gazette it.
Yes, you have to.
So if you didn't gazette it, just go and backdate it.
Yeah.
And say that.
At least so
the next one there, man, because you see, are talking about the Constitution being suspended secretly. The law mandates the naming of awardees to the Order of Grenada on Independence Day. That didn't happen.
It did not happen.
The Constitution demands or mandates. So all the talk about man face on money and man national hero.
And we had to talk about that too, you know. I have a piece to show on that.
Igwe, the law mandates the naming of awardees. And not just awardees, it's for the Order of Grenada on Independence Day. So I was asking the question, Devon, is the Constitution suspended secretly? Because a lot of things, even in the celebration, too much thing go against what the Constitution advised.
Too much at one point in time in a pool. You could see it. Was a deliberate breach of our Constitution by this government on Independence Day.
Let me hear your gate.
Hello?
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Dubai man they in Grenada right now taking Grenada no man. Everybody can buying KFC for them. Talk it out. We go talk, Mr. Talk it out, we go talk.
All right.
Bye.
I don't know.
He lied. He damn lied.
Yes, Orlando. He lie, damn lie.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello?
Good afternoon, guys. Master Carl.
Yes, Colin.
What's the correct figure for the independence celebration? On a program earlier on, Emmeline Pierce said 15 million. But you keep saying 22 million. Which was the correct figure?
No, here how we come to the 22 million. In the in the budget, they budget 15. But in the supplemental budget, they talk about 7.5 million for the same activities of independence. So my arrow bright. So 7 and 15 is 22. That's how we talking about the 22.
So
we have, because we just have receipt.
So Emmeline Pierre is done then because she said 15 million.
I know bright. So I don't call it nobody done, so I could only speak for me. I do bright. But in the supplemental, you could go back and check it. In the supplemental, they ask for 7.5 for the same activities.
Well,
and in the budget, they say 15. So it's them, not me.
We need to clear that up. Secondly, I've always admired you in your African shirt on the program.
Okay.
I've seen nothing wrong with the Prime Minister deviating from the colonial dress after 50 years of independence.
I never say nothing wrong with it. I give my opinion as a citizen.
No, you guys making fun of the fact that he dressed like that. But I like the way you dress with your Afro shirt. And I think you're deviating from the colonial way of dressing. So there's nothing wrong if he dressed the way he dressed. It shouldn't be jacket and tie after 50 years. What's wrong with that?
I respect your opinion. I don't have to agree.
So who does he represent when he dressed like that?
Yeah, who
he represents himself and the people.
The people?
We don't have to be, he's saying that we don't.
The people,
we
you
don't
say?
have to be. Yes.
No, he's
we
not
don't have to be following the colonial master.
But he's not representing the people when he does that?
Hey, Devon, the first time somebody had an afro in Grenada, we laughed at them. They wasn't representing everybody. But at the end of the day, we all had afros.
No, boss.
The first person that came with
Let him man speak.
The first person that came with a bell bottom, we laughed at them. But then after a while, everybody dressed like that. What's with that?
Boss, let me just give you my piece. On an official note, we had an official ceremony, right? And in my view, that's just my view, I think the Prime Minister did dress inappropriately by wearing her slippers.
No.
That's just my view.
I would say this, caller, listen this. I respect your opinion on the dress. So please respect mine. So let me agree to disagree, because we need to hear now that the event already passed. You don't see a problem with it, and I respect that. I have my view on it, so respect that. So you don't have no right and wrong here. Just as you believe the Prime Minister was not wrong to dress so, I'm a citizen of the state and I'm not wrong to ask a question.
Continue.
So the thing about it is simply this, Devon, and if the caller was listening from the same my piece this morning, like I simply said this. As far as I'm concerned, the honorable gentleman could have wear a dress for all I care. That had nothing to do with me. What I'm not interested in his clothing, and I said that. My concern is the statement made. He's trying to portraying the kind of I can do what I like, influenced by the, and is that. So he tried to come here and try to choke it among the pigeons and talking about 15 million and talking about who dons. Hold on, I need to speak to him, because you see they like to come in subtle ways. Mm-hmm. And let me say that when the Son of Man came to worship the Ancient of Days, the devil Lucifer was with them, and they didn't even know. They didn't know that. And then when he asked him, Lucifer, what you doing here? So they trying to come in subtle ways like the devil. But we go see you. Mm-hmm. We go see you, because when I was growing up, my grandmother used to say, drink lime peel and orange peel. And what that does, it unmasks the bad things in the bloodstream. So I drink orange peel this morning and lime peel. So don't come and try in your subtle way, you like my African thing. You don't setting me up.
Yeah, he's setting you up.
I don't take in chain off. But my concern is simply this. And it's the concern of a lot of people. as to the type or the timing.
The timing.
And I am a citizen, and I'm born here. I grew here. I don't go plenty place. So I'm entitled to question something if I see it fit so to do. I may not be always right, but my opinion belongs to me. And listen, and don't try to come and say Miss PSC 15. You should have heard in the supplemental.
I find he lie about that.
No. He don't lie. He don't lie. He just trying to be smart. In the supplemental, they asked for 7.5 million. That is on the record. Go and check it. Like I tell all you, when I come here, I receipt for everything I'm saying. Go and fact check it. And in the budget, they say 15
million. So add 2 of them.
They did not say the 15 is inclusive of the 7.5.
No, they did not.
So when an explanation was not given, I am well within my constitutional rights to add the 7.5 to the 15, which is 22 and a right. Sprague Benz why teach me something on the road maths. So you see they're trying to come and do that.
Because you have to.
Because we say here the thing was spectacular.
It was.
But we still say after all the
wow.
spectacle and the wow, poor people still poor. The people on the seed 60 to 65 don't get nothing. School children don't get nothing. Cost of living going up. Ministers pay alone going up.
Up.
The police don't get a pay and grade. TAM CC people don't get things based on agreed. And these are the issues we're dealing with. So this kind of distraction, you won't catch me that. I'm just trying to think, that you don't bring me on. Because Devon, that's what I tell you. I know they will come. Mm-hmm. So I tell people allow us to lead their minds as how the disciples was led in the garden of Gethsemane. I know they come in there, one.
A part of that.
I know they come in.
A part of the Prime Minister's official way on that day was the whole question of the sash. And I have a view of that because, I mean, in my upbringing and looking around and paying attention to different leaders around the world.
Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to see.
But
check all the leaders.
Way is a Pakistani way. So what about Africa?
Pakistani?
They are Pakistani way.
Blend.
I didn't want to go all day.
Blend with the slippers. You see, because
there are nothing to in Africa. Yes, I went in Africa anyway because I'm from the Mumambo tribe. So I know West Africa.
Watch.
And I come out in Togo. In West Africa, I do my research.
Most dictators emerge around the world in the last 30, 40
they like
years.
To wear sash.
They always love to wear sash.
So I don't.
Right? They love to wear sash. Do we have a dictator in the making?
And Devon, dictators oppress.
Very much
That
so.
is why I say dress to oppress. Yes. Devon, this thing don't come ordinary.
And they oppress the people on the 7th of February by taking away the bread from the poor people who spent money to get permission and to buy things to make money.
I didn't want
take
to
that
go
away from them. Good afternoon and welcome.
We have a next one.
They forcing me hand.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey.
Yes, good afternoon, my friend.
Pakistan.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
We good.
Not too bad.
Right. Former President of America, Obama, had worn a tan suit at a time, and he was chastised by the Republican for wearing a tan suit. It wasn't presidential. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. We have leaders that's supposed to be following protocols. It's called protocol, not tradition. It's protocol. Now, since they won this guy called Deacon Mitchell became the leader of this NDC party, he been doing things backwards. Pity Matney, Karakou Grenada. All these other things. He wanted to ride in front of the vehicle as Prime Minister when he won, Prime Minister elect, and all these things. So nothing this guy do right now will surprise me at all, right? This Orlando Romain guy,
he lied.
His mom, but he lied. She does be on radio defending all sorts of his shenanigans that this NEC party is doing, even with paint I get to understand that this lady has pain in her front and begging people to come and get paid in her front.
like
And
seasons.
people knowing her association with the NDC, people not going, right? These people and them feel Grenada belongs to them. Let me tell you all something. Let me tell you all NDC something. And I realize it's coming on our program and trying to distract us. Y'all ain't distracting us. Y'all is being foolish. Let me tell you all. Y'all are putting your own selves up for failure. Try to be on the straight and narrow path, Grenadians, all these NEC supporters. Y'all cannot be defending wrong every single time these people do things wrong. Every single time. Look, I saw a video with Honorable Tevin Andrews driving or in a vehicle going down to the stadium on the wrong side of the road. And it's like, I'm going to the stadium and my God, nobody can see nothing wrong with that. You can be arrested if you are seen on video breaking the law, brother. Don't you know that?
Them in charge. They know how to use power.
You understand? These people are naive. Come on. And you see certain people, certain elements of hate mingling, and you see ministers mingling with these people and them. Look, recently, I saw an interview with this guy in America called Tucker Carlson interviewing Vladimir Putin. An American doing that and kowtowing to this guy. These people don't know that these things have serious and lasting repercussions. And I hope Honorable Deacon Mitchell is watching, because if he's enabling that, which I am seeing he's also doing, the downfall is imminent. Fellas, have a good day.
Now I need to say this, Igwe. River can never beat sea. If them is Welshmen, is a parrot, Igwe. If them is the deep sea, is the ocean. So let it come. Already.
You see, these
yeah, you ever call it? Let's take it.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my friend.
Good afternoon, Igwe and Master Carl.
Blessings.
Hey, Devon.
Boss.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, happy independence.
I like the African that are sitting down by you there, Devon. Where from Togo?
From Togo.
Togo. Are related to the Mumambos.
The more African they kill is the more we come.
The more you come. Some people trying to be done right. And I think the conversation that the man bring up, there's a kind of plain done right.
Yeah,
the African
right.
leader that was sitting next to the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Look at how he dress.
Look at his suit.
Yeah. Look at the man's suit.
So to compare...
The foreign minister in dressing, she dress normal too.
To compare this thing and saying about bringing you out and liberating you. That guy, the African leader, they need to be liberated still?
Let me just say one thing. How does the Pakistani Shawari, which is the official national wear for males, how he entwine in
we culture.
In national thing.
In we national.
They want to get cute.
Also, a certain tribe of people in India that's way that fit that outfit.
Well, remember Pakistan and India was one country.
Yeah. The guy, and the thing about it, if you really look at it, it make him look, the pants itself, I don't know who advised him, but the pants make him look a little like Steve Oakley, or how they call the guy.
Steve Oakley.
Steve Oakley?
Yeah, he didn't look right. Oh, when he sit down all the heels and thing outside.
The thing was wrong. The whole thing about the thing was wrong.
Not that Devon, one point, and he didn't Canada last night. How come he didn't, why we the colonial suit in Canada? They think people stupid. Why he wear the colonial suit last night in Canada?
And I must say this, one thing I love about you guys, you could handle yourself. You guys could handle yourself. He comes there and he starts playing.
Yeah, so they go back to the oppressors last night.
And saying all kind of this and that, and you're all giving me chance to speak, making him, he make himself look like he's bright, but at the end of it, it's a dunceness. That doesn't liberate people, my brother. That does not liberate people. What you're talking about it. So, and the thing is not, this thing didn't come here to liberate us. We was already liberated. He didn't come to liberate us. Because if he had come to liberate us, when he went to honor the father of independence, he had make sure that that grave was properly painted and properly, all the cracks were sealed and the thing looked good. You went there and make people film you, put you on national TV, giving a token to the father of independence, and the grave looked like if somebody went there some paint water and just wash it down. Not paint it, wash it down.
Hurry.
Yes,
Hurry, come for Corey.
And because of that man, we gain independence in Grenada. And that's the way you treat him. These are the things we should be really looking at. And another thing, all these men all of them, who make all these announcements about parliamentarians getting money and all kinds of things, if it was in England, all of them had to resign and they're running them. All of them. For lying to the public is unethical. It makes no joke. These men would have seen even their political future would have been spoiled. To make statements like that, knowing that you lie to the public, they had to resign. They had to go into what you call exile, political exile.
But watch me. But you see who's saying it, right? Orlando Romain said he's the PRO for the party. He's not a government minister, so he could afford to say that.
But he had to go to.
Hold on, give him the right title. The real cabinet. He's a member of the real cabinet.
The real cabinet.
Right.
And at the time he was telling people that he knew it was not true. So that it was an attempt to deceive.
He lied.
Because he know when he's saying that wasn't true.
That's a deliberate attempt to fool the people.
Because
to fool the nation.
He gave two answers, you know. Two answers to that one question from Linda Straker. One that they got it, and secondly, the other one is that, it was available, whether or not they had access to it or anything like that. I mean, come on.
They were an attempt when the opposition go ask.
To testify on it, people came speaking about it in the parliamentary office in Tongue, saying, well, we understand that you all got money for this and that.
They tell them
why
that.
this and that didn't happen.
They set up people.
That wasn't a good thing to do at all. And I think that guy should have resigned from that position.
A deliberate
He should remove himself. And what he's doing to himself there as a young guy, he is spoiling his future by trying to lie to keep up that kind of aristocracy them guys running there. He's trying to keep it up, and he's spoiling his future. He's spoiling himself. Thank you, Igwe.
All right, my brother.
I cannot understand, the necessity for lies. Good afternoon and welcome. Hello? Good afternoon. Yeah, they unnecessary lies.
But why didn't he wear
that
the Pakistani wearing Canada?
He can't.
So why he return to the colonial? So like Buddha man, you know when they go in Salaka?
Yeah.
They feel good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey.
Oh, that gentleman that called a while ago and asking about how much money they got independent. I don't know if he don't know figures, or maybe he don't understand. In the budget last year, when they read the budget, they said 15 million for independence. Then they went back for a surplus of seven point something million dollars. So that come up to how much? It's not 22 million something?
No man, they pretending.
So what they're trying to pay and telling saying about Miss Mnimpie, she whatever it is, who they want to tap? Nobody in shopping nowadays and foolish. Everybody, I think, have sense in Grenada now, because this government lying so much. They're fooling so every day. Who's stupid, who don't, everybody getting to know what's going on. So tell that officer or that person who called, they make a big mistake, and don't say that Miss Mnimpie is lying, because we all understand the budget is 15 million and then they come back for a surplus again. Okay, thank you.
Why?
He lied. He damn lied.
You know, one thing I know about this NDC organization, they don't like to enjoy the moments. Things in Grenada are so calm and peaceful leading up to the celebration. But they had to create something for people to talk. You understand? They had to create commerce.
Yeah, something must happen.
On the 7th with the pom-pom on top of the police head. I didn't want to say that, but I have to say it. The Prime Minister was the lead clown. He was the lead clown trying to bring in the police officers and them to be junior clowns like him. How can you accept? I don't know who come up with that idea.
But how can people accept that on an official parade day, our 50th independence, you have our military establishment, right, wearing pom-pom on top of the head, like cheerleaders. Cheerleaders just waving their hands and shake it, but you have them with it on top of the head. How disgraceful and shameful is that? Hotter fire for them for that.
I mean, man.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon to Devon Romain, the call.
Good afternoon, Sister
Trinidad and
Camille.
Carrico and Petit Matnick. Always listening home and abroad. Good afternoon. I'm listening to you all. The pump on the police. I turn off my television, you know.
Yeah, you give me volume.
I did turn off my television because I didn't go in the park. I turned off my television because I was wondering if it Vinci police and them, you know.
I can
I know they say they
imagine.
had some Vincentian police and the disrespect of the Canadian police force. You bring Vincentian police.
Yeah, you import police.
Yeah. So what's wrong with police force here? You understand? And he must be a Muslim, salam alaikum, with the clothes here. And that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice, man.
That was distasteful.
He was dressed good. I watched that man go in the courthouse many times. I watched the courthouse. And I see Mr. Dick Mitchell walk in the courthouse well dressed.
Well,
With his jacket on his hand. Well dressed. On an occasion like that, you put on a, like them Muslim and them in Pakistan and a big thing around you. But you have to be root-free.
The man making me feel he's
Mr.
a
Mitchell, you have to
cross-dresser.
be root.
Better you put it on
If you want to meet the people on the ground, you have to be root-free. You have to be yourself.
Yeah.
You understand?
He could have borrowed an African attire from the Ghanaian Prime Minister sitting
Because
right
the
next to
man
him.
did man dress properly.
If he wanted to
be rude.
represent Africa, that's what he could have done.
Well, I said maybe you have a bus soda why he put on his slippers. I said maybe he told me he bus or something.
He's
But when I watch the video the next day, I say, what's going on? Well, he always said when he came in, he's doing things different.
Yeah. We have to give him that. He's honest about
And he's
that.
doing things different. And to the caller I call, he got one-way ticket. A one-way ticket.
So they have one-way ticket one. I want that you register already to go back. Because they don't register, they don't get any lesson.
Most of y'all Grenadians, some of y'all, not all, have come down. All you one of you much in America, you come and you surprised. And some cannot go back up. They're glad they get that one-way ticket to come back home. You understand? So you come talking about Miss this and telling Master Carl about it. You should have cut Master Carl.
Eh?
You should have cut him off.
No, I don't cut them off, man. I let them hear how they song.
I want to ticket to get.
I go and listen himself.
I want to ticket to get to come down. And they really tell themselves we ain't going to in trouble. A lot of them come here and they're surprised to see Grenada. Carl come and pick him at him. Dick Mitchell and Bill Grenada in 1 year. And shame. A lot of them shame.
Some of them proud to be Grenadians. No.
They shame because everybody here getting coming Grenada. And they've been in America and England and Canada, wherever it is. And they spread, some of the members spread so much lies. And they come and they see for themselves. Because you have people that you know that born and grow in tongue. And when they reach in tongue and they see Melbourne Street, they walk up from by the park, come back and they can't believe.
They can't believe.
They cannot believe they're in Melbourne Street. Because when they know there is to come and bail, they have malls there.
On the long
Shame,
one.
all of them shame. Some not going back up. They get a one-way ticket to come back home because they could not have a ticket to come home. So welcome home.
Yes.
Welcome
I agree
With open arms.
With open arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand? Welcome home. And what I noticed in Grenada right now, people afraid to speak. You all are afraid to speak. You speak when you see things is wrong, you speak about it.
Speak truth.
Yes.
Money run things.
You don't have to afraid to speak. If you vote for NDC, you vote for NNP, you vote for the GLP, and you see something is wrong, you speak about it. I for one in prayer, you can nothing. They could only pass and throw water and it coming out about my foot. And I'm not the only person to have ulcer. I ain't worrying about that.
And Camille, you know what make them...
Big man and woman, passing and showing what's about me. You have people that, Mr. Roman, they have cancer, they have kidney problem, but I still couldn't move around with my foot.
Of course.
You know?
And not just move around, you're moving around helping people too.
Yes. What I do in this country, a lot of them don't do it. Most of my time, I take care of the nation children. Every day. For years, I take care of the nation children and the elderly. I don't want to go on the radio and put it on social media what I'm doing for the elderly people. That's why you see most of them sit by me every day. You understand? Well, I think the child mother will call Shaggy tomorrow morning and apologize to him. Because she said last week, Friday or Thursday, what God bless no man cause. Because they had saying they take back the license from the people and was false. And then, to my great surprise, the same night, I see the interview with Miss Straker and Junior George and them and her son speaking about the license. I have two friends, Mr. Romain and Master Carl, that lost $3,000. You know why? They had buy drinks. They buy drinks and they buy chicken and things.
Yeah.
And put and take food sauce to go and hustle. And they take back the license for them. So I would like her tomorrow morning, goodly lady, goodly teacher, say something on the behalf of the people that lost. Because they behind them sour. They behind them sour. You understand? It's really nice. It's sour.
Yeah, a lot of green
and if they go repay the people. My beloved Prime Minister, the always beloved Prime Minister, because Michelle studying all you. Because Michelle studying none all what they are wrong.
Studying in the lease.
And don't worry, thing in the favor now. Thing in the favor. Dr. Mitchell from Hatfield, and they had a picture with him, and Mr. Gary and them, and the picture was very true. They paint it off. None of us can pay Dr. Michel for what he did for Grenada, Caracas, Fiji, nothing. The longest Prime Minister that ruling this country. All you can't pay him. Mr. David and any contribution they make, none all you can pay. All you just come in, nothing all you do. All you still working on the plans Dick Mitchell had for the nation. All you working on that still. So are you shame? Are you afraid on all you?
They have a They have a plan, Camille. They have a plan. They have a plan. You know what is a plan? Continue giving the police pump to way.
So yeah, the police, good for the police. It's good for the police.
Anyhow, Sister Camille, have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, you too. It's good for the police. I'm sorry for them.
Okay, darling. Take care.
Devon.
Yes, my brother.
If we three persons here end up going out and we fall in a septic tank, if you taking all the bigger pieces of feces by you and pelt it at me, that don't mean we don't in messing.
Yeah, all I was in mess.
So listen this.
Thank you.
Colonial clothes, so you don't wait here. But you didn't carry that way in colonial clothes. But listen, where they say bad in law, and the law here is colonial. So why he doesn't do it too? How come he choose to do that?
Doing things different. Who pays the piper?
You come to the parliamentarian? All kind of people gonna buy you?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, I called to give my contribution. When I listen some of the Grenadian people, I see them very hypocritical. Because you know what? In every event, there is different dress code. Sometimes somebody send you a birthday invitation, they will have a dress code. Sometimes they even go with a color scheme. Now, they cannot see nothing is wrong with that dress code. For a Grenadian, I find that dress code is very inappropriate. I remember in days when they used to control everything Dr. Mitchell wear. He pants tight. He short tight. Everybody used to give the view and the opinion about that. Let me tell you something. Let me show you how disrespectful that Prime Minister is. There was a certain event that took place Friday night in Radisson Ballroom. Righto? Let me tell you something. The person who had that event on radio clearly gave a dress code. They say, I am the person who having that event and I will be at the door. Nobody cannot come here with no jeans pants and no sneakers. Dress formal, put on your tuxedo suit and what and what. Don't you know, I see they put up that picture that same event, everybody's properly attired. Properly attired with jacket and tie and nice dress elegantly. And that Prime Minister entered that event with a sneakers and a jeans pants. And I am saying that is the level of disrespect he has. You advocate your event. You said no jeans pants and no sneakers. I will be at the front and nobody, and you know the kind of person I am. No. This thing don't happening. And I see that same event, that person, that Prime Minister entered there with that sneakers, that jeans pants. And they put it up here. They have their belly. As they always say, they have their belly. They put it up. My thing about it is that they will not want to acknowledge, because there is nothing that Prime Minister do, any one of them could point at and say, well, what he did was wrong. I support NNP and I vote for NNP and I support Dr. Mitchell, and I could tell you as a Green Indian, there is things that the NNP does and Dr. Mitchell did when he was in office. I am not in support of it, and I could come out clearly and said that I don't like what he's doing or that was wrong. That doesn't say that I will not support the party again, but I am a Green Indian who have common sense to know that when somebody is wrong, you say when it's wrong. When you have children and they do something and you listen to the story, to every have two sides. Because you is the mother of the child, you cannot say that your child was wrong at the end of the program. You cannot say that the child was wrong. If you tell a child that he or she is wrong when something happened, then you don't love that person. So I don't understand this fraction of Grenadian that everything that Prime Minister do, that he's right. None of his supporters can call and say, well, yes, that is my party, that is who I support, but the Prime Minister was wrong there. That you all cannot do. That's to tell you the level of disgust with these people and them, and the level of hypocrisy. I don't care what they say. I said the Prime Minister dress code was not appropriate. But again, I know what the Prime Minister clearly know what he's doing. Don't think he don't know what he's doing. He know what he is doing. That Prime Minister don't care nothing about Grenada. When I live in Grenada, and I could tell you, I could point out a lot of things where I as a Grenadian, identify that he don't care.
All right, caller,
I
thanks.
could tell you that. So thank you, and I'll continue the program.
All right, my dear.
No, Devon, let me break down that thing because I've done the research. First of all, the Shawari is wear by rich Pakistani men.
Mm-hmm.
So the Prime Minister rich because the CBI money.
Yes, big time.
So the poor people getting shaft. So because, listen, you know, because they didn't show a lot of people that come and they close down the amplifier, he tried to waste something to distract. That distraction, that close was a distraction. It was deliberate. A distraction. That was distraction 2.0. So in case plenty people will come, that would have been the distraction. People will not talk about plenty people will come. They don't talk about the close.
But you get caught.
And that in its sense tells you a rich Pakistani male. So you don't care. So it's up and up inside poor people. Yeah. Up and up inside poor people. Let me take the call, guys.
Good.
On WhatsApp.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Devon.
Good afternoon, my friend.
How you doing? How you doing?
Not too
Master
bad.
Carl and Igwe. You understand? Devon, are we in a revolution? Are we still in the revolution?
Well, apparently so.
Just think about it, man. You know, we wanted to start off on October 19 last year. You know, people had to stand up for that. They had to put it to the 34th of October because everything was based on Morris. Morris had the time, but not Morris what caused us to get independence. Them and we was kids.
Yeah.
And we know what going because we was nosy.
Very much
We
so.
run in every little demonstration and everything. You understand? So I don't understand. What are we doing? This thing have nothing to do with the revolution. This is about the independence of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Don't turn it upside down and say Petit Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada. And you did that twice. Don't do it, Mr. Prime Minister. You understand? You go to St. Lucia, you run down your own party. You understand? You come back in the parliament and you call them beggy. You was not talking to the NNP, members of your own party. If they're hungry, why they come in and get themselves involved? But at the time when you need them, you beg them. You beg Andy Williams. You understand me? You beg him. You see what I mean? You beg the members of the youth organization. Beg them
Youth for
to
change.
join you. And then you come back and call them greedy because they beg you for a little money to borrow in the bank. Well, you have to do all those things. And who have eyes will see. And who have ears will hear. We have to stop this thing. And I don't know what's the law in Grenada, Devon, and Master Carla the Igwe, that can happen in England, that can happen in the United States. What is going on with the country? You have to do better than that. You can't even call Dr. Mitchell name. He find it hard to give the man, you know what I mean, his flowers. When he dead, all you go say, oh, he was so good, and he was so that, and he built this and he built that. Say what he built now. Let it go out with grace, with honor. You understand? You know he reached to the last time in his life now. You want peace. But we don't want to do that. We want to fight him like if he was fighting Grenada. This man never fight Grenada. Yes, he make mistakes. But look how the goods he do. Look how all the goods he do. Anywhere you want to pass them on, you could pass. Before it was Bush. You understand? Just look at it. He give us a deep water harbor. We run him out about it. He go sing grenades. You understand? Everything this man tried to do, we mess it up. And today, we in the white elephant for the 7th of February because that's the place we say we ain't going. Then when I could tell you, this is the place, we ain't going there, we're going on Kanawan.
Yes.
We have buses to go down there. And today, you trying to embrace what on the foundation that what this man and his government built is shame. It's shameful.
Disgusting.
And that's why the devil have him dressed up in what he dressed up in. Is the devil have him so? The devil have him dressing like that. And Master Carl should know that he read the Bible all the time. So anyhow, you guys have a good one.
All right, my friend. Have a wonderful evening. You know, I watch. They have been trying strongly over the last couple of weeks to hide a lot of our history, right? And that is one thing with Dr. Mitchell and even Sir Matthew Gary. Let's take the call.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you guys?
Not too bad, my friend.
A simple observation, and I'll start by asking a question. Everyone that's in the studio where you are right now are all Grenadians, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Does every one of you like oil down?
We Grenadians, you know.
But that,
oil down in different forms, yeah.
But not every Grenadian like oil down.
Well,
Because a Grenadian does not like oil down.
I could only speak for myself.
Where you going?
Listen to it. So if a Grenadian does not like oil down, does that make that person less of a Grenadian?
No.
Okay, good. The conversation that's being held, I've heard it happen for about maybe 4 election cycles now, where the supporters of a party is blamed or name called, or as one caller said, cut off when they call in because of their opinions. And I think it's a disservice to the party, to Grenada, and to the conversation to divide, because that's what the conversation will do, to divide the population based on colors. So, as one caller said, just because, and she argued for and against her own opinion when she said, you shouldn't cut off people, basically. However, if she sees, because she's an NP supporter, if she sees something that Keith Mitchell did that is wrong, she will call it out. But then she goes back after that and basically denigrates the supporters of the NDC. And I'm like, okay, so if she's asking why is it that people of the party that's in power right now does not want or does not feel comfortable coming forward and voicing their opinions, does she realize the opinion she just voiced is one of the reasons why people will feel that way? Because if I'm calling your show to, let's say I'm an NDC supporter and I'm calling your show and you're an NDC show and I'm calling the show to voice opinion that's against what's happening, and you cut me off, what will that do to other people who are listening? Do you think they'll be comfortable voicing their opinions? If you're the opposition,
caller.
Let me just finish this one train of thought. If you're the opposition and someone calls in and they also have an opinion that goes against what you're saying, and they feel denigrated or they feel like they can't make their opinions without being name called or being made to feel like they're foolish, and not that you guys are doing this. I've heard it done before. I'm not saying you guys, but I've heard it done with other shows. It doesn't give the people who actually don't have as much confidence as some people to come forward and say, look, I feel this is the problem. Because where's the room, where's the space for me to feel that way? Almost all the talk shows on radio right now tend to have this behavior where if the opinion coming in does not match or support what their narrative is, they will make you feel like you're like you're crap. It's really bad.
All right, caller.
So, what is it? The brother that said he used to be a police officer. He responded that he wants to hear those people voice their opinions, and I really appreciate that. One thing I would ask the idea to be mindful of it when those people do call in, encourage them and don't make them feel like, or not them. Encourage them so that other people can feel more encouraged to come forward.
All right, caller, you said a mouthful. Listen to me now. First of all, everybody is entitled to their opinion. That does not mean you have to agree. Secondly, there's structure to everything, and if somebody comes with a narrative contrary to your structure, you cannot let it go on too. Because remember, you come here and you're having a program with a particular structure, there's certain things you want to achieve. So if somebody comes counterproductive to that, you don't be arrogant with them, but at the end of the day, you have to let them know here's what it is. So we welcome everybody's view here. Yeah. However, we respect your view, but that does not mean at the end of your view we have to agree. And if we don't agree with your view, we might add our 2 pence as to what we think is it.
And don't get me wrong. I
don't get you wrong. I'm just telling you.
Right, and I totally agree with what you're saying. What I am trying to say is what tends to happen a lot of the time.
Right.
And that's what I said, not necessarily with your show, but it's something that you would hear it even called in.
All right, thanks for the observation.
You know what I'm saying?
And before you go, I want to say something to you.
Please.
I want you to call other programs as well and see that.
Oh, I do.
All right, thanks.
Okay. I call all of them.
All right,
my friend. Yes, and next we have a caller.
Yeah.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Devon,
yes, good afternoon.
I want that caller. Good afternoon again. I want that caller just speak I want to know if you live in Grenada. We are already divided, sir. in Grenada. I know on other shows, they just call Dr. Mitchell all kind of names. And I was listening, I never hear your voice on other radio stations saying what you're saying there now. We already divided, we divided. Deacon Mitchell and them is wicked people. Deacon Mitchell, as the Prime Minister, is a wicked man in this country, you hear me? Don't get me back. You're not living in Grenada. They're suffering us. If a person talk, if they speak, they go send them home. What's wrong with all you? What's wrong with y'all? You ever call our program calling Dr. Mitchell all kind of dirty names? I never hear all you call and say nothing. Back off. Back off. We live in here. Right? We live in here. The longest Prime Minister reigning is Dr. Mitchell, and they have no respect for him. No respect. This man them will be your friend. No respect for that man. All this hard work.
All right, Sister Cams. Take care.
But they will leave me, let me talk. All right, I'm cussing bad on. Let me say what I have to say before I fall on dead inside of you.
Okay, darling. All
right. Back up. We live in Grenada. We live in here. Go and time doing program in the morning and stop there.
All right, Cams, you good?
Cams gone.
There she gone.
Devon.
Where more calls? According to the job, the line hot. Hello?
Yes, it is.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it very is. I'm sad that I have to call back, but I need to respond.
No. Caller. We don't back and no. Listen to me.
This is what
listen to me. The program is not a back and forth program. You made a salient observation, we acknowledge it. If somebody have a difference of opinion, so let it be. We don't back and forth in it. So make what you're saying very short.
Yeah, we don't understand. Right, we have a next one. Hello?
Yeah, good. Mr. Carl, Devon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my friend.
Devon, when you check this government, we say that the youth of Grenada is the future of tomorrow for this land. And if you want the youth of Grenada to be the future of tomorrow, we have to educate them. Right? And how we could educate people? By telling them the truth. But what if this government, from the time before they came to governance, they continue to lie for the youth. Right? Because if you want the youth to go forward, we have to let the young people know the truth. Let the grown-up people know the truth. Right? Because when you speak the truth to the people who are going to compete with, especially the students, so when some question may came up in the exam, right? And they speak it to they know the truth, so they could go. They could educate them. But when you lie for them and continue to lie for the youth, and what they believe that you said, in order to they are going to put that as an answer in a certain question, right? So if you say you care about the youth and the youth in the future, it's time for the government to stop lying for the people of Greater Caribbean. Stop lying to the young people. Let the young people know the truth. Let them know what is take place in Grenada, the development that came under which administration they came under. Let them know the truth. When you're trying to lie and deceive them, right? And then when you lie and deceive them, the young people, you don't make them go forward. You bring them back. Because what you say to them is not the truth. They may go and put that down as an answer in a question for exam, and that could fail them. And it's time for the government to come and speak the truth. Stop put aside that lying. They lie too much. From the head to the toe, they continue to lie and to lie. Right? And Brother Devon, I want to say again, okay, yes, the 7th of February gone. They have a wonderful show, a great show. The people enjoy the show. But the question after the carnival over, are the people like better? Healthcare improve? The people that work and they didn't get paid, they get paid, they receive salary after. No, they don't receive it. So you're spending money to have a show, gala show, while the people, especially poor people in the country, suffering. And I always say the greatest asset to any country is the people. You have to develop people. When you want to develop people and people go forward, yes, you could spend more on other things. But you cannot, for a country to develop, you must have to develop people. not gala show, and yourself and your friend. And for a country to go forward, everybody has to go forward in unity. But when we are divided, a country can't and will never go forward. And I call upon the government to change the attitude and change the policies towards the poor class of people. They work hard, they labor hard to bring the country where it is presently. And Brother Sheldon, I want to say to greater people, we have children, inform our children, let our children know the truth with the ready age range to get registered. Parents encourage them to go out and get registered. And let them know the truth. Let them know who bring the development and who develop the country the most, and the longest of the Prime Minister who make the greatest impact to great competing market.
All right, Colin.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Devon, Ms. Gail Purcell, head of the National Organizing Committee Secretariat for the 50th Independence Celebration, says that all contracts awarded by the committee were conducted in accordance with the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act of 2014 and the regulations of 2015. So we check because they're using they're using thing. That's what I tell you about the Constitution. You have to hold call because you must give that information.
Go on.
It is a requirement of law, Devon, that all goods, works or services for the government or any related government agencies costing more than $15,000. Remember that figure, $15,000, must go through a bidding process of 3 proposals before a decision is finalized. This call, the submission must be published in the Gazette. It doesn't say should be or shall be.
Must.
It say must. It say could be or should have been. It didn't say that. It say it must be published in the Gazette. A review of the Gazette published since June 2023 do not show any notice for the NOC requesting that bids to be submitted for the vendors. Play that thing again or they lie again.
He lie, Colin.
He lie. He damn lie.
So, Miss Purcell, where is the evidence? Is my cry.
Undisputed evidence.
Because this thing has to be gazetted and it's not. What they've on.
And money was spent.
What they've on. Money spent for the drone, that's supposed to be gazetted. 3% supposed to be there.
Yep.
The fireworks guy.
Same thing.
3%, the 10 minutes of fireworks. So with all this splendor. And wow. Devon, we need to know.
So the talk of raising the procurement.
Devon, you going ahead of me. They are going in.
I go hold it.
But Devon, no. I don't vex.
No.
But Devon,
But
shatters on the street say they hear. They want to backdate
the Gazette.
The moving from 15,000 to 100,000 to the 1st of January last year. That's why I asked if the Constitution has been suspended secretly. I don't ask that question just so you know.
1st of January
last year. So to incorporate all this stupidness to happen.
All during that.
Yes. All who they give.
Since when they
all the friends who they give the gravy.
7.5
Yeah, all who they give the gravy. I hear they want to backdate the procurement.
Is that legal?
I don't know. The brightest man in Grenada is the Prime Minister. Yeah. Best lawyer. And he just boast and say he's lawyer. Let it sue. What they call it what again? Corruption do a statute date.
Yeah, statute of limitation.
You do have that. So, but I want to talk to my representative now, Dennis Matthew.
And the Minister of Finance.
They say it's you, but you already say it about the procurement. So what is the real reason of moving the procurement from 15,000 to 100,000? Is it to facilitate this mess? Is it an attempt to clean up this mess? Because Gail Purcell say all was done
according to the law.
According to the Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act.
I want to ask
Act
you.
of 2014 and Regulation of 2015. But this thing had to be gazetted, and we don't see it in the Gazette because we look and we go back as far as June last year Gazette.
You can't see nothing.
They are on the time with the supplementary 7.5.
Yes.
So you see, the guy was trying to be smart about Emlyn PSA 15. The Gazette, we go back all day to hear about the 7.5.
That is why we could talk.
I tell you when we come here, we are receipt. We don't just come here and talk.
Let me
All of us vex.
Let me ask you a question, Master.
But we are receipt for what we're saying.
When the pronouncement was made by your parliamentary representative, right, in the budget.
When he struggled.
Yes, about the procurement.
Yes.
I'm going to 100,000.
Yes.
No. How does this thing go about changing? How does you change? Because I have no experience in
No.
What
They go do? They go come in parliament with the 10, and they go come with a motion to do it.
But has it been done?
Not yet. But I tell you, chatters on the street say,
That what they mean
not me.
Yeah.
You see, Master Carl, they fellas I'm looking to backdate this thing to January of last year. So you go.
So all those who get like $50,000 and $75,000,
And 100,000.
yeah. And you know what is interesting? They calling out for people to come and do voluntary walk around thing. But you have those of them who get big money.
$1,000 to make oil down.
$1,000 to make oil down and to buy paint and everything.
Not a wall down.
And they don't share it with the people who cutlass in and using the weed eater on the side of the road. But you're begging them and telling them come and do voluntary work. And if you don't come, you can't get no contract work and them kind of thing. But all they get money. Those organizers in those constituencies, they get big money for the independents to share, but they keep all.
So Devon, what is the real reason of moving the procurement from 15 to 100,000? Is it to facilitate this thing?
I suspect that. We have to wait and see.
Because a lot of the works we see cost more than 15, eh?
Of course.
The fireworks cost more than 15.
The fireworks is a couple $100,000.
The drone.
The drones is about 3 million.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister outfit alone is about $50,000-$60,000.
I don't go in there.
Government had to pay for it. I go in there because my money had to pay for it.
Don't go there.
Yeah, the dress that the Prime Minister is wearing is taxpayers' money that pays for it.
I don't go in there.
You understand? So I go in there. You understand? These are the things that people have to pay.
Miss Gail Purcell, Miss or Mrs. I don't want to.
We don't want to, but just say Gail Purcell.
Please provide the evidence that the procurement was done within the ambit and perimeters of the Constitution, what the Constitution requires. First, you have 3 persons bidding for it. Secondly, it is gazetted. Because in lieu of that, you leave us to see what we're saying.
Exactly.
Because if the evidence cannot be found, after searching, and we go quite back as June 2023, because we see the first set of tax about the 7.5 million was around that time. So we say, let me go back yonder and see. So the call our talk about the 15. I hope you're listening. We're breaking it down for you.
Listening.
As some people say, I don't know if you get a one-way ticket, that's not my business. But I hope you understand what we're saying. And I want all you to challenge those things on them. I don't just want all you to just call and run your mouth here. Call and bring facts, bring the evidence to support what are you saying. Because so far, based on what Ms. Purcell say, everything was done in accordance, but in accordance requires 3 persons bidding.
Yeah,
in accordance requires it is being gazetted. And that don't happen.
That don't happen. So something is wrong somewhere.
Something wrong.
Wrong. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, but are you really keeping me for penance today, man?
But that's good. That's good, man. You are a strong person, and your views and so is valuable. So I know you will wait.
Yeah, and Given, welcome back, man. How you doing? You okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
I miss you on the program, on the 2 programs.
I'm always there. Don't
you know my position on you already, and I really don't care. To begin with, I know why the hell that person, I ain't calling him, don't go on another program, and because the thing about it,
that person will say the most nasty, the most stinking about Keith Mitchell. That is who that person should go and clean up. Right? I'm talking about this independence celebration. I don't see what is this big thing are they talking about, big fuss. Most of the independence celebration, the activities, is the norm, is the usual thing that people see. Culture with Keynes Douglas, independence celebration in terms of the calypso, cultural events, the dancing. This thing, when you really look at the overall product, steel band is nothing new. It's a carbon copy of the previous independence celebration. The only thing that was different, really, well, I'm glad to see that they had a thing. Well, all that again is Paul Keynes Douglas. All you people rating government what I still give whatever little thing it is, whatever great thing it was, I give Paul Keynes Douglas. And I don't think he was part of the committee, but they contract him to do something. But going back to the old independent, I don't see nothing big about it because this Mickey Mouse drone that they're talking about, I could have hardly himself see Keith Mitchell's face on it. I thought they didn't really want to put Keith Mitchell on it.
We saw paratroopers, you know.
But I said so. Listen to me. I said so, and I don't know if you get on. Listen to me. I said so on, and I didn't finish it. I said so on Shaggy program, and I ain't seen nothing because Keith Mitchell used to have paratroopers coming from Venezuela, and not only that, I listen to me because Devon would be able to confirm me. When they rated him about this head of state from Africa, I remember in Morris Bishop days, and you know my position means supporting Morris. He brought in the first African person to Grenada by the name of Kenneth Kwanda, and that man addressed a rally in Queen's Park. Am I correct,
Yeah, you correct.
So I don't know what they're talking about. First African said, what is the big deal?
Samora Machel was here too.
Huh?
Samora Machel.
Well, exactly. And not so. And so when I'm talking about big thing, the only thing that probably that I see was different, but is the drones. And like I said, it is compared to Keith Mitchell when he had the paratroopers or paragliders.
Yeah, because technology different. Yeah.
Huh?
Technology is here right now, so they do it a little different.
I said so on a Shaggy program. Oh God, well, Lord have mercy, shut up, all kind of things. Anyway, I had to deal with that. So and also, when you really look at it in its entirety, that is the money that they launched in Morris Bishop. This is not the first time Eastern Caribbean Central Bank are custom launching monies. As a matter of fact, the last one they launched was a $2 note in Antigua, bearing the image of Sir Vivian Richards, and that money went into circulation immediately, as unlike Grenada, on who they say going into circulation in June. So we have to look at that really. But what is really troubling about me, I don't care who the hell vex, is that the person who should be on that note should be Keith Mitchell. And when I tell you straight away, I know Devon, that's your partner with how you call him, Morris Bishop, but I respect that. Me vexing you for that. Carl, I know that partner. That partner. But I mean that the two people that should be facing that thing is Keith Mitchell and Eric Gary. And I think I've said so over and over. These are the two people that contributed significantly to the development of Grenada. Are they perfect? No. Have they done wrong? Yes. Have I done wrong? Well, I must be done wrong more than everybody else in the whole world. So I cannot squeeze him in. Yes, and I have done Keith Mitchell, as you all know, for the time being. But as far as I and Marie is concerned, and I don't care who the hell vex, he has contributed significantly. And as far as I am concerned, all you building on that foundation, because all you come with nothing new. All this thing about success and young transformational team and who they do so much and all kind. Watch, I listened to the political leader of the National Democratic Congress when he had this thing with this launching of this money. And I'm sure I understand correctly that I hear him say that the 25-year or 25-year plan. Didn't I hear him say that is a plan that was from Keith Mitchell? Didn't he say that?
Yeah, that is not his plan. He did say that.
Hold on, Devon. Well, listen, you should be ashamed, young man. Everything is Keith Mitchell. You're riding on Keith Mitchell's shoulder. I'm glad that you're able to continue. That's not a problem. So I give you a lot of compliments for that. But where is your vision, my Jesus Christ? You don't have a vision for the country that you have to explain Keith Mitchell's vision? What are you, a prime minister? And you don't have a vision? And Keith Mitchell is supposed to be rejected, and you're taking a rejected man plan? You should be ashamed of yourself. Where is your plan? Is your plan better? Because it seems to me that you capitalize and are talking about that is all Keith Mitchell thing that you're on. So I am saying when you really look at when you really analyze the whole thing, nothing really new under the sun. It's just a continuation. It's just a carbon copy of the previous, previous independence celebration.
But you know what's different?
Uh-huh.
The money.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the money plenty.
All that money,
Yeah, plenty.
that is what different. That's what make the difference in that worthlessness that went on.
But do you agree, fellas, when I say that there's nothing really different to talk about?
No, it may be different to one or two persons who may not have had, not even to the young persons, because they would have had the experience of seeing drones and different shows, via the technology.
But what I'm trying to tell you, when you look at the overall independence celebration, I look at it in its intensity, its entirety, because I just see this drone strike, this drone shows on America Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent, and it's not like this Mickey Mouse thing that they have here.
They just spend more money.
Yeah.
Well, not spend, they waste more money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think that I'm still of the opinion that is a carbon copy of the previous independence celebration and nothing to gloat about. And then when I say that, I'm not impressed at all, Lord, I'm going to shut up and all kind of thing and carrying on. But I say, you could preach, we say you could preach, Paul. I'm not saying that the old NDC people didn't do
Mr. Anne-Marie.
work and so.
Mr. Anne-Marie.
Hey.
Nepotism means you give to either your family, your friends, or your colleagues, eh? So the money for the drone, you never know who gets it. Because they don't gazette it, so we don't know.
Right. So anyway, so getting back to the round point, who are these two people that should be on that money? Because everybody knows Morris Bishop's reputation. He's a controversial figure. You can't put a controversial figure like that. But apart from that, he opposed the independence celebration. He also opposed the medical school. But apart from that, generally, just like I say, he's a controversial figure. But he has not really do anything significant to talk about. I'm not saying he didn't do because the maternity leave law was a pretty good law on that thing, and I think Morris Bishop might be the one responsible for the minimum wage. Am I correct, Devon?
Well,
I'm not sure.
No. Not like this. The revolution tried to do certain things with that, but it didn't reach that far.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right. So, but so I'm just saying to you all is that when the two people really, I just give my reasons for saying that there should be on thing and Keith Mitchell, you know, worry them and they could preach Peter, they could preach Paul, they can stop you and you have done significant and because of you and Eric Gary, they're surviving. So don't let them get dampen your spirit. You are the greatest. Have a great day, fellas.
All right, Mr. Maywood.
Now, here's something we have to unpack here. Now, the president of Ghana came here, and a lot of people making a song and dance about it. Now, the foreign minister of Ghana wants to be the Commonwealth representative. Yes. Now, the Commonwealth is made up of African countries, or things so.
Caribbean.
So more or less they tie up. They believe they're getting all the support from Africa already. And if they come, and if they come here, so here was for campaigning, not necessarily
a campaign stop.
But here they got the opportunity because we had independence here, and a lot of leaders from the OECS would have been here, so it's easy to meet them here than to go in every country.
Deliberate move.
So all this big thing, our people here, they just come here, they just use here, they get to come here free to do the business.
Because
they take the opportunity.
One of the things, the opportunity arise for our Prime Minister, what he did, because he already gave his support for the Ghanaian thing. So what he did in the weeks ago, he invited other Caribbean leaders. So
they have a discussion here.
So they'll have a discussion here as a bloc going forward supporting, because he has already declared his support for the Ghanaian candidate, right? So he brought Mr. Skerrett and St. Lucian and the Vincentian Prime Minister and whoever, or other persons, so they can use that as a platform to push the Ghanaian, and there's no thing about it, but when you're using one's country like that, diplomatically, it does backlash.
A chatter on the street have a concern. And they tell me to advise the parliamentary representative for St. John that he should desist in obstructing the police when they're doing their work. The incident will happen in Fish Friday. When the police doing their work, Madam MP, don't go and cause yourself to be obstructing the police. The next time they might charge you. A word to the wise is enough. You know the circumstances, and I know. I don't want to give it here. My advice to you is simply this. Next time you see the police doing their work, don't obstruct the police.
Relax.
And if you do it the next time, I'll be forced to give details.
But that's a pattern, you know. That's not the first time that...
Don't obstruct the police, Madam MP, for St. John. When the police doing their work in Fish Friday.
And we also had some obstruction in St. Mark's also too, you know, a couple of months ago. Right? Chatters on the street said or alleged that a particular powerful individual in St. Mark's, I mean, aligned to the National Democratic Congress, is an abuser.
Okay.
It is an abuse, it's alleged, and it was basically swept under the carpet. You understand? And I want to urge you women, no matter who are you, who you are.
Call the police.
Right? You've been abused, call the police.
Call the police, right?
Because it will happen again, you know. It will happen again. When somebody, whether a man or a woman, is an abuser, it happened once, it will happen again.
Why?
Mark my words.
Why they say, he what a chatter tell me. He tell me to ask, was the foreign minister, Mr. Joseph Andal, down to speak at the rally to introduce the Ghanaian president? Oops. Is it true that the PM did not want him to do it? Oops. Is it true that members of the parliament of the cabinet was vexed the jab on him? With that decision? Is it true that in an attempt to appease Mr. Andal, they make him act like PM? I don't know.
While the Prime Minister carried out?
I don't know. That chatter's asking me.
They like to make
Not
up.
me, I don't know.
They like to make up after breakup, you know.
So they didn't, because Joseph is a man, like, they don't trust him.
At all.
Because they didn't trust him with the Samoa agreement.
No, they didn't trust him.
And I didn't trust what he would have say. When he introducing the Ghanaian president, maybe, I don't know.
He has scruples, you know. He has some scruples still.
And a chatter on the street, say what? And that was done on the program to introduce the man in children.
Yeah. And
they thought we know. But I tell them I know so much thing what I shouldn't know.
We have a
it was frightening. Right, take the call.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Yeah, you know the Prime Minister is always frontish. He always on first position. Always taking the position that somebody else have to do because he want to be heard. And the Ghanaian president or Prime Minister, whatever he is, that represents Africa. When he saw our Prime Minister in the dress code that he had and sitting next to him, you know, see the man turn his face?
Man shame. You lie.
The man turn his
You
face.
lie.
I look at that and I say, my goodness.
What? We good enough. We just pick up all these little details, you know.
You see?
Yeah, because we particular about our country.
And another thing, now everybody have the protocol when they having the ceremonies, whatever it is, right? And if the people have the protocol and they say no jeans and sneakers, and he was the only one to appear there with jeans and sneakers, they had the right to turn him out.
No, well, he had to. It's them he had to embarrass, you know. Them in that crowd, he had to embarrass on the night, not me and you.
They should have turned him away and said, no, we don't accept that. That is not the dress code.
And how did I get him money after?
Let him feel the weight, according to the same, let him feel the weight of the rebel. You understand? You set your protocol. If it was him, would he have liked that? That you come in how you come, how you want?
The Prime Minister.
That is the wedding that the man come in and you have to ask, who is this one?
They paying the piper. So the piper playing the tune.
Anyway, Have a blessed day.
Yes,
No,
please.
but I will leave it at I will leave it
Yeah.
at that.
Follow the money.
Yes, here we follow in the morning now. Under the CBI program, when one applies to get a passport, you do it through an agent.
An agent.
We know Mitchell and Co is agent.
Yes.
We know the envoy.
Andrea
Saint Bernard is agent,
is
and we know that
agent.
they are the leading agent.
Yes. You know the finance minister is an agent
Yes.
also.
So listen this. We follow in the morning. So the monies is placed in an escrow account, and they only could get pay when
everything finished.
When they get approval. No. The fees could range anyway from 5,000 US to 10,000 US.
Okay.
Per agent.
US, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let me use 10 because in cases where a man really feel he want his body, could offer the agent more.
Yeah, you go offer it.
And
Maybe offer 15.
And who better than this agent for him to go to because you almost guarantee.
Because they're in office.
Because one of them give the approval and one of them
is the advisor.
And you causing they say that the other cabinet. That was chatters on the street, not me. There's information suggesting that you're causing and the Mitchell and Co one and the Saint Bernard one, people see that the other cabinet, I don't know. There are chatters on the street say so. I don't know. I don't validate it, I don't say in here, I don't say in here, I just want to say. So they are the leading agents. So they stand to benefit more.
So they could be the leading earners.
So 3,000 passports sell within that fella's time. 30 million US agents fee.
1,000.
So them fellas and them, if you follow the money.
And that is just fees.
And the USA?
Yeah, and that is just fees for the agents, eh?
That's 70 something million easy.
Yeah.
Them fellas and them could pack it already. No, I don't know.
So out of that 1,000.
So follow the money.
Yeah, so out of that 1,000.
Out of that 3,000.
Out of that 3,000.
Because how the thing set up, 2,000 could go that way.
Yeah.
Because if it's me and I hear that fellas and them is agent, them are going by.
Yes, them straight you're going by.
I don't go in
by. I pay my money.
Yeah.
Because you're guaranteed in getting the passport when you go to these agents.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So imagine out of that 3,000, these particular agents in the Mitchell and Co and the Andrea and all of them and the Orlando and
Dennis and them.
Yeah, and Dennis and them. Within that co people, let's say they get among them
2,000.
Well, yeah, I've been conservative.
No, 2,000. Okay. Because more people go by them.
Right.
Devon.
So 2,000. So
the reality.
Two-thirds of it is going towards these particular agents. Wow, you're talking about 20 million US?
Yes.
Over a period of what,
so
5 years?
That's why they don't care.
So that's the campaign money?
So the people, no campaign money, people vote them how they set.
Pocket money then. But it will be very interesting to have an
So
audit
still
done.
asking the questions again. No, that caller, wait a while.
Just a minute, caller.
If the Constitution has been suspended secretly, the victimization continues, police appointment. A man say, Masakala is the advocate. The RGPF, it is imperative that you speak to the recent confirmation exercise that took place Friday morning. A number of senior officers was summoned to an 11:30 meeting at police headquarters with the Commissioner of Police. And upon arrival, the Commissioner of Police read from copies of letters sent to him by the Public Service Commission. Long time you saw to go wrong in Public Service Commission for your instrument.
Yes,
but they changed it because the Constitution, I don't know if they suspended it secretly. According to the letters, the PSC met on January 26, 2024. I tell you, I know so much things I shouldn't know. The Public Service Commission met on the 26th. That's why the one who are dressed in chlorophyll clothes Independence, chlorophyll. You know what chlorophyll do to plants?
No. Why
Chlorophyll make plants green. You learning, you know. Chlorophyll make plants green.
Mr. Man, we don't want you in that color.
Something about the photosynthesis.
Hold on, listen to me. So the one who addressed when chlorophyll closed in the pack, he knew from since the 26 he didn't get in confirmation. So he playing iguana now. Playing iguana, he changing the color in the bougainvillea.
Gradually.
Okay. And decided to confirm the following persons to the respective rank effective August 1st, 2023. Hold those dates, August 1st, 2023, like last year. Glenroy Korean Superintendent. Holly George Superintendent. Linford Kingston Superintendent. Kenneth Bascom ASP. Trevor Rodney ASP. Hudson Buckma ASP. Sheldon Thomas ASP. Garson Gill ASP. Listen. These marks a frightening and unlawful departure from established practice of the Public Service Commission. It is noteworthy that the above-mentioned officers were first appointed to act in their respective position since September 1st, 2021. Listen to this. Interestingly, other officers appointed along with them got a retroactive appointment. It begs the question why these officers were singled out for such cruel and unusual punishment.
So what happened to the retroactive?
No, the rest get it. So they make some senior them, although they get the appointment same time. They approve some before, so they become senior them.
Yeah.
So next month you could hear some people get rank again. You could hear some superintendent and thing. So don't surprise if you hear that. If you hear your promotion next month, don't surprise. See, you'll hear it on Real FM already. Sadly, the partisan politics has infiltrated the RGPF, and the hatchet man parading as the NSA seems to be on a mission to victimize everyone perceived as not supporting his political master. The short confirmation is clearly meant to give an unfair advantage to officers who are closely aligned to the ruling administration. After all, no adverse assessment was done on the newly confirmed officers. In fact, they were highly recommended for confirmation. This dangerous practice needs to stop pronto, Minister of National Security. And I go use my voice. So, boy, me scared that.
Boy.
Me scared how me could do to them.
Never a dull moment in our country.
The Greens.
You know?
We have two callers with it.
Let's take it.
On WhatsApp. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yes, my friend.
Afternoon.
Afternoon, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure if I should change the topic a little bit. Can I?
Yeah, man.
You go right ahead, my brother.
Can't Mr. P a punch.
Right, sir.
Punch.
Something I thought of earlier this week. You had a gentleman that died and apparently rose again and then died. But the fella who was responsible for his death later on, they told me, he's on bail. All right? I'm talking about no other but a Jonte.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jonte died from drowning. Mm-hmm. And then sometime later on, he died by strangulation. Okay. And this is what make me feel awkward sometimes. The fact that he died from drowning the first time, and then later on he died from drowning, and we did not get no good reasoning as to how he happened to come back and die again from strangulation. And in fact, the person who has been accused for strangulating him or strangling him is now on bail and with a lesser charge. I found that to be very awkward for me.
Disturbing.
Let me leave you with that part.
What is the lesser
Let
charge?
me leave you with that a little bit.
What is the lesser charge?
I think I don't remember the charge that he got now. I don't remember. Let me not go into that now.
That's what I'm trying
Anyway,
to tell
you will know.
The matter sub judice, so let we don't make this kind of pronouncement on them to prejudice would be jurors.
No. But they did say that. They did say.
Yeah, but let we not prejudice would be jurors. You could be a juror on the matter. Right. You have to understand how the law revolves. There are certain things we might want to say. That. But because of the justice delayed is justice denied. All right, so go on.
I know that. So the other thing is that startled me a bit is when the wife of Morris Bishop cried when she got that note, the $50 note, as in remembrance of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and this startled me a little bit because she cried, knowing fully well that her husband doesn't deserve it.
Mm-hmm. It could be tears of joy.
She said she no, it wasn't tears of joy. I don't think it was tears of joy. The fact is that
even Jesus
she
wept.
never expected that because she knew her husband was fighting against independence.
Mm-hmm.
She knew that her husband was fighting against independence. All right? And I believe that's the reason why she cried. There was once, Master Carl, there was once when I was driving down that street there. Is it Green Street? Young Street? From the hospital going down the road there. And they were that group coming up the road, the school children, Morris Bishop and the lot. And you know, my head was to drive through the crowd.
Why?
My head was to drive through the crowd.
No, man. How does it?
And I'm glad that it... Listen to me. I'm saying that I'm glad that I didn't. But in my mind, I was feeling to drive through the crowd at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the nonsense that I saw was going on. Yeah? I'm glad that I didn't do it. But that's the way I felt. She knows that her husband didn't deserve that. And I believe that's why the reason she cried. Because he was fighting against Grenada's independence. What make you think we don't know?
I don't know.
What make you think we don't know?
I don't know. Let me speak for me. I don't know.
I know. I know because he was fighting against independence. I don't ask you nothing.
Yeah, that
he
is
was
a
fighting
fact.
against independence.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yes.
Okay, Carla.
And the other thing is that when I said we have building up upon us a dictatorship, somebody said to me no. Mm-hmm. Somebody said to me no, it's no dictatorship being built there, and other people is calling now and identifying and seeing it being built and splashing in our faces, and we trying to deny it, which I think is nonsense. We must see and know what we've seen. I was there and I saw the build-up in 79. I saw it.
All right,
so I know.
All right, caller.
Thank you, sir.
So the question is, Devon, after I read about the poll, is the question, which one you call it? Those who was appointed to act same time, September 2021, and got confirmed before, they got retroactive back to September 20. So why these now, who started acting together with them, only get
from last year,
August 1st, 2023? Why?
They shortchange them.
Minister of National Security and the advisor to the Minister of National Security, people want answer. Public Service Commission, the people want answers.
But they could legally challenge that, right?
Well, they should.
They should. I think they should.
They should.
Yeah,
right, take it. Right, take it.
Who taking that cars? They already them those thinking.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's a burning issue. But knowing the police officers, the professionalism of some of them that we even mentioned, right? Even if they have to take tasks with it, they will do it in a.
But listen, what the thing comes sticky, you know. Glenn Rykorian was given a letter at a time where he was reverted him.
He back in it?
They give him a letter where he reverted, now he get confirmation.
So after a year they review it and
I
then
don't
they
know. Anyway, that matter entirely for them.
Yeah, but it also concerned because the hierarchy of the police force.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my friend.
Devon, Master Carl.
Eli.
Watch. I've been saying, since I heard about and come out to that $50, right? I want to put more restriction on it. I make it worse, you know. CBI program done, you know. The American church, you go destroy the CBI. All you selling for the Russian. Devon, we have to go back. From 17 after our revolution. You remember the base limited fund? When Morris was the leader? We ain't get nothing.
Nothing for about 3 years.
The base initiative fund.
Caribbean Basin Initiative.
So right now, what about them do? We got them money there. Yeah. CBI, the program mash up.
But watch, you hear the name, eh? You hear the name, eh?
Let me tell you another
CBI.
thing, Devon. Let me tell you another thing. When I hear how Andal deal with the Prime Minister in that press conference, what? I say, yeah. Even Solia, you know, the man do political science in Cuba. Right? The leader of the People Terrorist can deal with him. The party go mash up, he can go. You wouldn't take that. So you see.
Well, let's hope.
That CBI program in trouble, that program in trouble. Bless up, Ms. Solia.
All right. Let's hope money is not the
Devon, but they say, chatters on the street also say, Randy Carnot was confirmed in the rank of ACP, but they say they don't confirm Vanny. So he turned to chlorophyll.
So
chlorophyll, green.
Yeah, he turned to, I don't say green. Let's see what I say. He turned to chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll, all right. That didn't want no chlorophyll.
So they don't confirm him.
Change color.
Yeah.
He don't confirm, so he turned to chlorophyll. Go see what I don't see.
So well, wow. And I thought that Mr. Cohen was the utmost spokesperson for the police.
Yeah, but there lies another contention, you know. Because when you put all of them together up there, he's the best. You know.
Yeah.
He just like to chop a bit too much.
Yeah, he talk a little too
but
much.
He's the best in all them up there. And if they don't confirm that don't saying good thing.
No, but I ain't thinking with him, you know, between me and you, you know. I ain't sorry for him, you know, honestly. Yeah, because he's the same guy that during COVID with the voice note.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's my friend. I'm sorry for him. I'm sorry.
With the voice note, he almost put the RGPF and Grenadians in some problems. You understand?
I don't know.
And who want to be hypocrite and say things, calling it out as it is?
I'm sorry.
Voice note.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because you see,
they
reap what they sow.
They say he turned to chlorophyll. I don't know.
Yeah, they reap what they sow. They want to play big hefe and big spokesman for NDC while NDC wasn't in office.
Watch.
But
like NNPD go to sleep too because he and others, they organize some chat with the DC thing and we don't.
Yeah, I mean that's.
We allow him to do what he do too, man.
Of course,
we have to take some blame in that. We allow him to do what he do.
You know, I mean, when you see something.
But that don't mean I don't sorry for him because
don't sorry for him.
I'm sorry for him. I'm sorry. Sorry.
The national security advisor
take a break,
is smiling at him now.
And it tight like a couple bombs.
Oh God.
They didn't want to do that.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash reach the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging, now we and I did what we prophesy to the country. Streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing, now this is my humble petition. And if it ain't for election, go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and down on their knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rage me. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Take Munila and Sharma. Go now, please. Them and them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony. Mama Guy Caroni. Sweet man Glenn and Sharma came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through it to pull. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire now. Before the 5 years expire. Like a dog with fleas and down on their knees. And I'm bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. I don't forget your AG go now. Please.
So, I want to, just as I reintroduced myself, reintroduce you to the National Sustainable Development Plan 2035. Let me say that again. I want to reintroduce you to the National Sustainable Development Plan 2035. Now, that plan was a plan I met. That plan was a plan I did not have a single input into. That plan was a plan conceived under another administration. That plan has an address to the nation by Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade. That plan has an address to the nation by the former Prime Minister and longest-serving Prime Minister and longest-serving Member of Parliament and current opposition leader. That plan was drafted by Grenadians from all walks of life who gave their input about this plan. This plan should have started in 2020. But what happened in 2020? What happened in 2020? Well, I thought perhaps you'd suffered from COVID and I died. You don't seem particularly thankful to be here. So, COVID happened in 2020, 2021, into 2022. And what happened in 2022? What happened?
Let's see.
So, you don't finish. After he say that they're thankful to be here after COVID, you have to further say thank NNP and Dr. Kit Mitchell for managing COVID Devon. And you see, this thing, a man could tell 1,000 lies. I've learned my lesson well. The truth is never far behind. Now they say the NNP did nothing.
Nothing.
And here how the guy think. He said that when they launched the $50, Listen. And the plan not his. Basically saying the plan is an NNP plan. He don't want to call Dr. Mitchell name, so he's saying he described me in all kind of other forms.
All kind of thing, yeah.
Knowing all of that, you still go in Queen's Park and say basically nothing happened after 1983. How you see hold on, Git, you see?
He's a hypocrite.
You see?
Hypocrisy.
You know on the 5th you talk about the plan. The sustainable plan. You know the plan not yours. You tell the nation you had nothing to do with the plan.
And the plan is good.
You tell the nation the reason the plan didn't start COVID and then you win election. You tell the nation they should be glad to be here, but you forget to say is the NNP did well during COVID. You knew all of that. But you go in Queen's Park and you give the people the impression that Grenada started 74, ended 83, and started in 2022. That's why you know. He cut out from 83 to 2022. How much years? About 40 years?
Yeah. Close to that.
He cut out on 40 or 30 something years in history just so. You know.
When most of the development of the country took place.
And people don't want us to see that.
Yeah.
People saying how what we making nice and all kind of thing. They don't want us to tell people the truth. But we have to speak it.
Because, I mean, if we want to honestly talk about history and share our history, after the 1983, when the demise of the revolution, picture those who was alive and be honest with yourself, right? The state of Grenada then and the state of Grenada now. Right? And see if anything was done, the development. We have our Deepwater Harbor. We have that for sure. Look at our infrastructure. The telecommunication system in our country, the electrification of our country, water, the educational standard, the health standard, despite it is slow in moving up. But we did a lot when it comes to our health. And still for all, this government erased everything from 1983, October 1983, right up to June 2022. Grenada has done nothing within that period. What a shame.
Yes, you go here, call everything.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I was listening to the political leader. And am I getting the information correct? All you could help me. I've got two things I wanted to find out.
I'll play it for you again.
Well, no, hold on. Just want to find out. Hold on. Because it seems to me he don't really want to give Keith Mitchell no credit for that plan. Because he's keep on talking about the plan developed from the bubbles of the people. I'm not saying that people didn't have any thing to do with it. But he going all around to me, he ducking all around. I'm not saying, I'm not giving Keith Mitchell really the credit for that plan. And also what you all just talk about there. Did he say that in the park there? Because I know he talked about nothing done for the 40 years before. But did he actually say that again in the park? Because that will be, a blatant lie. Because I remember he said, and I remember too that, what's his name, how you call it, Father Sean, came and said when they had this stupidness about Morris Bishop business, he said that when he came, he landed on the airport 40 years ago, is not as it is now, that it has tremendously developed. I don't know if you heard him say that. So I know if he again said this thing at this independence celebration, so I'd really like to know that, because I'm highly annoyed about that, but the fact is that what I really call always to talk about, I'm kind of disturbed because he really going wrong in circles and not really giving Keith Mitchell the credit and balance the people and this and COVID and all kind of thing on to blame. Say what happened after COVID and say who kept you safe. I don't know what is your problem, young man.
They keep on lying, they more go twist.
Yeah, okay then.
Have a good evening. It's a deliberate attempt by this present government and persons around them to distort the history of our country. They are doing it from the practical history itself to even our flag, the colors of our flag. Look at how they playing games with our flags.
The flag changed to black and white and yellow, man.
Yeah, you understand? They playing games. Look at the sequence, the order in which they put it and everything like that. It was deliberate because you don't see it in just one area. You are constantly, even the cloth that they have on the celebration, they change it over, right, and put what the colors. I mean, I know from ever since that the colors of the flag is red, green, and gold.
Never change.
Never change, right? Not green or not yellow, red, and green. Is red, green, and gold. No matter what all you do. You can't erase that part of our history. You cannot. Just as the whole question of independence, what Sir Eric did in the 50 years, what Dr. Mitchell did in his 40 years within that 50, 23 as Prime Minister. You think you can erase that? You can't. Too much went on. The development of this country hinged on the last 40 years of independence. That is where our country, that is where the development and the movements to success and to bring us where we are at this point in time, it happened in the last 39, 40 years of Grenada's existence as an independent nation. Right? So how can you try to erase that from history? Then you're lying, you're being hypocrite to our young people. Even to you, Mr. Prime Minister, who was not even born when we got independence. You're lying to yourself. Because you know what the organizers and whoever prepared this thing, you know that's a lie and you know they're wrong. But you're not big enough to correct them and to set it right. Right? Cannot continue to distort the history of this country. Yes, right? It will not be nice to you.
Yeah, some people are listening and they think I should say hello to them. Nikki, Nicole, good afternoon.
Big up Mr. Watts.
Mr. Watts, how you doing?
Mr. Watts, pleasant good afternoon to you.
Miss Ferguson,
and your wife.
Miss Ferguson.
Yes, Miss Ferguson. Wilma.
Chimney Hill.
My good friend Wendy.
Doreen. Christine. You ought to big up here.
Black man and the crew. We got to big up the persons who,
good afternoon, Trevor Modest. How you doing?
Good afternoon, Stallion. And good afternoon to
RD.
Good afternoon to all the opposition MPs.
Yes,
hope you're having a wonderful day today.
Dr.
Wherever
Mitchell,
you are, whatever activities you're participating in.
Pedro.
Right? We wish you all the best and continue the fight. Don't ever give up. You have support in us. You have a voice.
My brethren KB, I hope you're listening. The man, I could want to call the program. KB.
Listening. KB could do listening.
And to all those young people out there who are puzzled and are confused with our historic moments, things that we should be taught, that you should be taught, is being hidden from you. Right? We can't afford to go back pre-independence, time, where you keep hiding things from people. Right? Let the young people know the truth. Whether they like it or not, it is the truth. Whether the parents liked it or not, it is the truth.
It's history.
History.
Yes.
Good afternoon, caller. Good afternoon.
Yes, gentlemen.
Hey.
Yeah, I didn't really get the sense of this thing with the night the gentleman thing. And since after that I hear it, but I never really followed it. But let's do a little bit of fine tuning there.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman said that the plan came from our other government. He don't call the other government. He said the plan came from the man who is opposition leader now.
Mm-hmm.
So in short words, he ain't calling the man name, but he call everybody know.
He don't call the name in the para.
Yeah.
Freedom, you know.
He endorsed the plan. He says he's satisfied with the plan. And he got to make one little tweak it to it. My God, that is a simple thing to tell the nation that you are satisfied that the NMP was on the right track or they was on a correct track because you endorsed it. And if I understand what endorsement means,
Mm-hmm.
so why this tomfoolery? Because you're telling the nation, oh, this plan should have been in existence before. But you in the same breath, you're telling them the reason why it was not in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you're still telling them it is a good plan and you want to endorse it. So for you to say that the government was not doing anything before, the preparing of that plan alone says that the government was doing something, you know. Because you endorse what the government was doing. So sometimes I don't understand what the Prime Minister does speak like he going out of town sometimes. And I mean, we have to be careful. You can't build Grenada in that way.
He playing dummy, don't know.
You just can't. Because if you put every NMP stand up one side and you put every NDC stand up one side, you're going to still have criticism. As Brother Carl said just now, he don't agree with everything NMP do. So if you put all NMP on one side, you put all NDC on one side, you will still have criticism. You know?
You must.
Because I, Clifford, goes criticize. Telling you, I will be criticizing. Because if something is not right for me, it's just not right. But it doesn't mean that you have to sing Grenada if something ain't right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
it doesn't mean that you have to get vexed with everybody because it's not right. Because you're right.
And defending lies and wrong. That doesn't make sense.
You tell the nation that you give them $10 million for the constituency.
10,000.
10,000. You tell the nation that you give all the members of the opposition an increase. And the members of the opposition stand in the parliament and say, you know, they ain't get it. So where it is? That's a cause for concern. Somebody then not doing their job. Because if Dr. Mitchell didn't receive it, and Miss Pear didn't receive it, and the other personnel say they didn't receive it.
You know it's a lie, man.
Then in whose hand it? You know, well, it might be in somebody else's hand. Sometimes the person didn't get it. The more you make the check and they give it, put in somebody else's hand. Because I don't understand these things. And these are things that the Prime Minister skip over, you know, just let them go. The Prime Minister come and tell us that Dr. Mitchell collected, his party collected money from a man, and they put part of it in the treasury. They ask you for the statement, the cabinet statement. To date, you can't give the cabinet statement, so where the money is.
They lie.
They lie again.
I mean, these things are crucial. So the Prime Minister have to stop that. And again, NMP have to stick at these people to get them to want to say what it is. You can't just make this statement so.
But you know, Cliff, they're very bold faced, you know. Why would you come boldly and say that you gave the MPs $10,000 for celebration? And it's not truth. I mean,
they can't find nothing to show that Grenada was searching for oil. Nothing. They put Mr. Buck in charge of our inquiry. To date, we can hear he start, we can hear he end, we have nothing. Wait, Mr. Buck.
See what? All right, Clifford, in the pipeline. Yeah. Okay, man.
But I want to
very good, Evan. Yeah. Good afternoon to Shorty from Post Royal. One of your street listeners there, man. Yeah. And as we at it, somebody say they want to ask me through me, they want to ask Miss Delma Thomas and Miss Gloria Thomas to intervene in the ongoing youth violence between Paraclete and Moncton. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
You have something going on there?
I don't know. Somebody was said to ask Miss Delma Thomas and Miss Gloria Thomas to show some leadership and intervene in the violence going on here. I don't know.
I'll go and deal with it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, why, go on, Devon.
No, I've not heard of
Yeah, I don't hear nothing about
concern, but it's something that they are in the forefront and should be able to do. I just lost track. Go ahead, Massacre.
So they say the B does follow the honey.
Yes.
So a chatter here say Massacre asks Mr. Vani Cohen if he's in charge of Central Division now. I don't know what he means. Because he said chatters want to know if he leaving there now. I don't know. So I only asking what they asked me to ask.
The line hot.
Yes, let's go.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Devon.
Yes, my dear.
And Master Carl. Y'all encourage the people to register for me, please.
Very good point, Cami.
Let they register because NDC are the supporters.
Thank you. Thank
they
you
get
for
now without they get now. They had the supporters.
thank you for ramming home that point.
Try to ask the people to register. They don't have the supporters already. Otherwise we go be in problem.
All right.
Okay?
All right, my dear. Thank you very much.
No, and that's very important as we move forward and as we bring to our people the facts, as we dispute some of the things they do. We as a people must understand that there comes a time we will return to the elections, to the polling stations, and to do so you have to register. You have to be 18 years and over and to be registered as a voter. Understand? To take part. And we cannot afford to let that slip us, right? Be complacent and not pay attention in doing the right thing to ensure that we can cast that vote. That's so important vote when election times come. Because we talk, we say all kind of things, but to make that change, we have to partake.
All right, let me take a short break.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and down on their knees. And I'm begging go. Now we inherited one week. From the side to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. And if you did for election, go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas and down on the knees. And I'm making go now. They try to stick me with rage me.
Fire for them, Igwe. Fire.
Yeah, Devon, what you was saying before you go?
Fire for them.
As we continue to promote the truth, right, on this radio station, we urge people to share. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared to come out and talk truth. Don't sit there and support your political organization when you know they are doing wrong. Be a patriot. We call for patriotism over the last how much weeks. Some accuse some of not being patriotic. And so, but one of the most patriotic things as an individual you can do, don't shade the truth. Right? Don't corrupt the truth. Let the truth flow. And especially when it comes to politics. Right? I urge my people, don't do that. Get registered. Stop saying that. Kami, thanks for continuing to let us know that. Urge our people to get registered. You 18 years and over, be a part of our constitution. Democracy.
But even in voting, Devon, when you register, the constitution has certain requirements.
Oh, yes.
That a person live in a particular place.
Yes.
So apart from getting registered, we have to be vigilant and get a list to find out these people are not going to register if they are truly who they say they are or where they're from. Because in those things, you could have challenge. You could challenge those things.
Definitely.
Some time ago, when I said it here, a lot of people, when I talk about voter pardoning, a lot of people
big time
didn't understand. Now, voter pardoning is simply this. They could bring a set of people here and register. And if they feel they're weak in a particular constituency, they could ask a lot of persons to go and register in that particular constituency. They call that voter pardoning, that people are not from there. We have to be vigilant, like I keep saying here. They want to go make the point. The petty issues, yes. What we want to make confusion and do talking with one another for is small plans compared to the plans that NDC have to stay in power.
Yeah, what they have for us.
So if you believe do talking to Master Carl and do talking to Dev and go help it, joke we making.
Can't help us. We have to stay
and all of them doing that have to stop that stupidness.
We have to stay
and I'm saying
united.
it. I don't say nothing nice like Randy. It's time I just stop that nonsense. You don't talking to Master Carl because you feel Master Carl thinking so. We have to stop that. We have one common enemy and it's the National Democratic Congress.
Exactly.
As long as I want to demonize and make Master Carl your enemy, joke all you're making. The bigger thing is NDC and what they're doing. And they're doing enough things we could highlight and tell people. So when we go to talk to them to register, we will say, well, you feeling what them and them doing and we can't allow them to stay. And the first step to making them go is to register. The next step is to check all who come down here on one-way ticket and register if they truly match up to what it is, because there are certain requirements in registration. So these petty issues where you could sit on one night in a meeting and fix, those are supposed to stop us from getting their men and them out. And I'm saying it now. I know the enemy. Just know that.
Neither do I.
Okay, let's take the call.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, Mr. Devon. Devon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I'm good.
Mr. Carl.
Yeah.
Mr. Igwe. I've been asking for you for the last 2 weeks, but I hear you have a problem, so I didn't bother much. Listen, man. You are you talking about this thing that this gentleman spoke about? This $10,000 for the opposition members. Do you believe that?
Who believe what?
Which government in power so stupid to take $10,000 and give the opponents to fight issues?
Let me tell you why. When question ask about the money was spent for independence, they go want to say we give value to. That's the reason why they want to do that.
Okay, right. And listen me, Mr. Carl, where you was for yesterday? Where you was in St. George's?
Nope.
Okay, well.
I scared that tongue.
I hear you had big fete on the carriage.
Roadblock. You have to pack up in canteen.
I couldn't pass through. And I hear shuttle bringing you inside. You have to pack up your car outside. Shuttle bringing you inside. And I was going out with two persons this morning. And you know what they tell me? They say food for so. While other people, same money carrying that hungry and they can't get a meal to eat on this on the Sunday plate. But free meal giveaway last night, they say. Endless meals and drinks. So that is a good thing for them. They're enjoying life.
Song and dance.
Only for a time. And I know a lot of them will pay the cake for that. You take care and have a nice afternoon.
All right, my friend. Good afternoon to all the members of the Southwest St. Andrews constituency branch who are right now on the Hope Beach having fun, enjoying yourself. Yes, let the unity stay together, all right, as a unit. All right, we in Southwest, we will deliver next day. And we have a woman here who has been holding us together, Honorable Yolan Bain Hosford and Pastor Bennett. And so these are the persons who have been holding us together as a unit in Southwest. So as NNP supporters, let's stay strong. And I have a word of caution for all our supporters. Let us forget the bickering with each other. Let us forget about who is wrong and who is right and come together. As Master Carl said, we have one enemy, the National Democratic Congress. That is the political enemy that we have. That is the organization that we have to get rid of for Grenada to go forward. Not among ourselves, we keep fighting and trying to make mischief for each other. We have to stay united. I am an NNP and I'm begging and asking all NNP. Yes, we have differences, a lot of differences, right? But we must come together to move forward. This is a different dispensation for us. We are treading in different waters now to the last couple of years. We have to move forward, more united and more focused. And let us not aim in our anger at each other. Yes, we are here on this radio bringing you information and showing that you're being informed of what is going on. But we will be not doing good service if we do not tell you. As a unit, as NNP people, we have to be organized. We have to stay together. We have to be our brothers' keepers, no matter what, going forward. This is what we have to do to continue to make NNP strong as a unit. Good afternoon and welcome.
We lost it.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Daisy. How are you doing? All right.
Our focus has to remain with unity. Unity in moving forward, because the enemy, political enemy for us is NDC.
Yeah, man, NDC we have to try to get rid of. Not trying to get rid of Master Cal and Dave, man.
No.
It's NDC.
It's a numbers game. NDC, we have to get our people together.
With Dorothy, and then when we get rid of them, then we go jam them.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Hey, my brother. Master Carl, good day.
How are you doing, sir?
I know you are in Grenada. Well, you all you talk about developing.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. No, leave him, Gates. No, Gates. No.
That Ghana,
no, man.
Phone cut off.
Yeah.
I don't want no man of them call you.
No, Gates. We live in a democracy, man. No.
Them don't believe in democracy.
No, man. Everybody have a right, man. How does you behave like them now? Don't behave like them. We're not like them. Okay. Yeah, Devon. So, in registration, we have to ensure that we know who is to register and so on, and encourage them to register. At the same time, because we know the fact that a lot of people get one-way ticket to come down, we have to bear in mind the areas, because voter padding is something they could try.
Yeah.
Because
they will try.
Like in Guava, and where they feel they win by a little bit. And so much as stupid is the minister doing it, and then they lose a lot of vote. They could try to pack some votes here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Especially in Guava, the St. Patrick's constituencies in Andrews, where they feel that, threatened or whatever, they will do what needs to be taken. I mean, any political, genius will know that you have to do what it takes to get to that finish line. You have no friend going to that finish line. So NDC will do what they have to do. Even voter pardon if they have to do it.
Yeah, and the caller makes a point. Yes, NDC is our political enemy. In politics. they are against us.
Yeah.
We are against them.
Exactly.
That does not mean we hating anybody.
Political
but
enemy.
in politics,
yes,
and we understand politics, Gates. You have to understand politics means strange bedfellows. And the Westminster style of politics is numbers.
Numbers.
You cannot just alienate people you never know. It's numbers. Once it stays numbers and not proportional representation, we have to do that. All right, Daisy, you're here, you're listening. Big up to you. Take it easy. Yeah.
You know, we have seen throughout this last couple of weeks, right, how I have to always come back to that, how our history is being destroyed by this present government. You know, how they are distorting things. I mean, look, oh my God. How can you expect to have thousands of visitors, as you say, in Grenada, who have been here for the last, they have not been home for the last, 30, 40 years? How can you do them a disjustice, injustice, by not notifying them, not telling them what the development of your country over the last 40 or 50 years was all about? Why would you want to hide, right, a period that was most successful and fruitful and productive for our country, but instead you would basically emulate 10 years of turmoil in our country? You don't want to create love and harmony. You want to continue creating division.
Devon, one of them guys who come from New York, and one who told me, Massacre, give me a one way ticket and not to register. You see, by what they tell us all green that no one come along, not that I seen it. I say, well, that's what they telling all the up there, and that's what all telling people. I say, I must come for all yourself.
Exactly.
And we had a conversation. I say, watch, we couple used to pass car driving, you know. We mongoose used to pass bus going and drive people there.
Exactly. I mean, and
and they don't saying that about here, they just painting a particular picture. And now, for the spectacle, you know, they came down here and they want to, they do like Grenada was from 74 to 83, and then nothing happened. And then it started back in 22. But when you're talking about the plan, and you hear you mentioning COVID, that's something they don't want to give the NNP credence for, you know? COVID. Because the question begs, what happened in Mongi? Why is it visitors can go in Mongi? That's the question. Why? And what is expected of the public? And what is the plan to treat with what happening in Mongi? That's the things we have to hear.
You know, in a Calypsonian song, the Independence Monarch, part of his song, you know, he said that after 1983, basically Grenada went to sleep. So no wonder why, right, the narrative by the National Democratic Congress is to eliminate 83 to 2022.
Yes.
I can understand that because our 50th anniversary Calypso Monarch basically had it in his song. So it was planned. It was deliberate to distort the history of our country.
So the question is, Devon, has the National Democratic Congress suspended the Constitution in secret? And we gave you our reasons why we asked those questions. Peace.
One love.
All right, take care.
They unleashed the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false papers crew.